We will have now indeed Shmras playing versus GoodSpeed. It is going to be the last quarterfinal of this PKTD tournament. Let me just briefly introduce myself if you don't know it by now. I am Venividivici, main caster for this tournament, trying to bring you a lot of games here, a lot of good action, and also trying, of course, to provide some insight into what they're doing, the gameplay, the BOs, the strategies, the micro, and everything that is going on that's interesting and worthy of pointing out. So we have Shmras pausing here, but that can happen, not sure what's going on there. Anyway, we have then, to start it off, this is a BO7 of course, just like the last one that was restreaming, but now I will stream myself of course. Iroquois of GoodSpeed versus Ottomans of Shmras. We all know by now that GoodSpeed is a very good player. I believe he and H2O, well except H2O after yesterday's 4-3 win, were the only one with 0 losses in the tournament so far. So we have to see how this is going to play out. GoodSpeed, very good player. Shmras on the other hand, also a very good player. We know a little bit more of him probably from the previous games. If you watch the tournaments, like the previous Vanilla tournament, also organized by the PK guys. He has very good Ottomans, and that's also why he won that tournament, I believe. He also is very good with some other civilizations like Japan, China, and even Iroquois as well. But GoodSpeed is going to be a tough matchup for him, as this guy has a really good micro, very good game knowledge, and is just not something you can easily win versus if he focuses and plays it correct. We see, by the way, that Shmras did want to go for this middle trading post, but GoodSpeed was first, and that's exactly as I've been talking about a few times already. Both of them should go for this. The top one doesn't need to go for it, but can always go back and still get his XP. The bottom one needs to go for it because he wants to get his first XP on time. And if he doesn't get it, then he can still go back and have still the XP later, as he would always have it later anyway, if he just goes for this right away. Anyway, unfortunately for Shmras, that means that he doesn't have his first XP so fast, and GoodSpeed has it even a little bit faster compared to if he would have it over here. So a little bit of an advantage there for GoodSpeed, just a small one. We see that GoodSpeed also started with a market already, and bringing in the second herd there. Regarding the map balance, we see that we have 2 gold mines for Shmras. The second one is quite far. This one is very nice. Regarding the Iroquois, he doesn't really need gold early on. He's probably not going to go for Fast Fortress, but he has pretty good gold mines. Hunt over there. This one a little bit further, but it walks quite fast, so this is herdable to your town center, and then the next bison is all the way over there. Regarding Shmras, he has 1 herd in the back and the second bison there, so very good herds for him. We see that Shmras here took 80 wood there, and GoodSpeed is now going to take 140 food here, very nice. Of course, waiting for the converter to be ready, converting this outlaw rider, and then killing off the other guardians. 140 food is quite a nice boost for Iroquois. It will mean that if you go for that option, you can age up a lot faster if you want to. That means your 4 Kanyas will come in earlier as well for the early raid and doing some harassment. And basically what we can see here is 2 options, either Fast Fortress or Abus Gun Janissary from the Ottoman. Shmras really likes his Fast Fortress, although many believe that, and as well actually, that Abus Gun Janissary is probably the best thing to do versus Iroquois, especially on this map. And Iroquois then again is likely to go for a little bit of an annoying raid with the Kanyas, trying to slow down the other guy, and then in the back of it he can go for 2 ways, more aggressive or more economic with the villager and the 600 wood shipments, and then add a stable and just trying to win it based on the mass you can get out with your shipments, your trading posts that you have, and the additional Kanyas to really surround the army and take down the Abus guns. If you go for a really standard rush, you might get yourself caught near a town center with Minutemen, Abus guns and Janissaries popping out, and then you might lose it from there, so you really have to probably wait. And it's a really small window where Ottomans with Abus gun Janissary mass can do good damage versus Iroquois, but it also depends on how good you scout. We've seen a couple of these games before. I really want to tell you about the Boneng versus Salento games. I think it was very nice, very close. Also Yumio versus Fart, I believe, or Fart Shmras. Were very close games as well, and there you can really see that the timing window for Ottomans is really small. And after that, if you fail either micro or in your timing push, then the Iroquois has definitely advantage with the economy that he has behind it, and the warrior that he still has up and available to spam units from, and also of course shipment point. Regarding other treasures, GoodSpeed also picked up 70 coin, and Shmras also had a native warrior found there. Shmras is now working on this hero there of GoodSpeed, that's very nice. And GoodSpeed hasn't aged up yet, so this means that he's going for the slow age up, and then he might go for the fast one to go Fortress still. There you see it. Defensive warhead, so he is likely to go for a fast Fortress. He has still scouts over here to see what Shmras is doing. Shmras aged up with the 400 wood. And Shmras was also working here, of course, on the hero to take down the HP, but also trying to find the Traval if it would, for example, go all the way over there. One hero and one Tomahawk can definitely annoy a lot. I wouldn't say kill it, because if GoodSpeed does it right, he wouldn't let it die. But at least siege it a lot as well when it's being built. This Tomahawk now gonna work on this house of GoodSpeed, and GoodSpeed there, of course, using his hero there to deal with the Tomahawk. Using the crack shot already to take out a lot of HP, as you see over there, and then some additional shots to take it really down. We have 700 coin coming up from Shmras. I'm not sure if it is a decision based on what he saw from GoodSpeed, late age up defensive warhead, or being at Shmras, he likes to go for the fast Fortress anyway, that he just goes for that style. I do really have to say that if you go for a fast Fortress without a tower, you have to be really careful, because if the Iroquois is indeed going for a fast, for a rush, or early pressure on you with a forward warhead, then you really have a lot of trouble holding it off. Anyway, 700 coin first, and of course 700 wood. He can't take a second trading post, unfortunately, but he can indeed make the directs, upgrade the Janissary soon, make some houses and get the population ready for your Janissary cannon, and later on Mameluke spam, as we all know by now. The Mamelukes are something that Iroquois, especially in the 3rd age, is quite able to deal with. You have a lot of Dragoons available, Tomahawk shipment as well. That's all no problem. The cannons are really what's going to make it hard for the Iroquois, and that's why Shmras has to do a very good job and be very careful in protecting his cannons from anything like we saw before in the previous match, from anything sneaking around to the back or letting it unprotected and getting picked off by Kanyas. Quickly have to check if everything is okay with the stream, yes, just to be sure. Oh, no, I didn't quit there. So, GoodSpeed there aged up. Of course, slow age up to the second age. That means that you have the fast age up available to the 3rd age. So 635 is going to be the age up. Travar from the age up going to be converted into a stable, so you are good to go and ready to spam both skirmishers and dragoons. And of course, Shmras in the back of this while he's aging up, probably with the Hussars or Abus guns. I would say the Abus guns actually. He's probably gonna go for, well actually, yeah, I would say Abus guns would be the preferred choice. You can use Hussars to deal with the forest powder, but on the other hand, there will be dragoons out, so I think Abus guns will do a little bit better. Anyway, making some Janissaries in the back of this, and he is going for a treasure that is going to be a cow. Always nice, 500 foot in a minute or 5 after it, and also making a market, because he can't really make the trading post. Because he only has this one, and GoodSpeed has already taken that one. He is making a church and a market. Very good to do it like that. Church gives a little bit of additional XP, and a market can do 1 or 2 upgrades to increase your food gathering. He ages up with the 4 Hussars. I'm not sure how much I like that. You can rate a little bit, of course, but I feel they won't be that useful. You're not going to kill off this anyway, because he can go back, use the crack shot from the hero. He's too far out though. Use the warhead and 1000 to fire, and that means that you won't want to engage it with the Hussars, as he is now losing a lot of HP already. As these forest prowlers, as you should all know by now, are very, very strong skirmishers. 160 HP, 20 ranged damage. He's going for a training post. I expect that he has a Janissaries upgraded, by the way, but I expect that he has 2 cannons on the way, and that's why he's already trying to push out a little bit, because of course as soon as he pushes out, Shmras or GoodSpeed will go with his army towards the training post. And this is very nice. A lot of you guys should do this more often. When you are sieging a training post like this, use your other units, especially the weaker ones that are not useful anymore, to scout. He now knows exactly when this army from GoodSpeed is coming in, and that means that he can pull his Janissaries back on time. I would have rather actually finish this trading post and just lose 1 or 2 Janissaries. That would have been my preferred choice. But anyway, he would prevent himself from getting, for example, trapped here or attacked from the side, so that he would lose like 4 Janissaries to the forest prowlers, because he now knew they were coming. We have the musket riders shipped, of course, 6, 2, 4, 5, maybe they're made. Those are made, 3 made, and some shipped. But I really would like actually. I'm not sure if he realized that it was 400 HP, but actually he should have finished it, in my opinion. Anyway, he's now going to go with his cannons and Janissaries into this, and the GoodSpeed should really not engage this, I feel. He's going back now, but he's going to lose 2. Okay, that was actually not the best shot. Oh, there's a second shot. He focused on the hero rather than on the group of skirmishers. He's doing good with the Janissaries, shielding off the dragoons from getting to the to the cannons. And now he's gonna take out trading post anyway. And there you have another raid coming in from Shmras. Very nice. But the dragoons, of course, gonna deal with it. Bam! That is. Oh, actually, he clicked too fast after his shot. So his shot was. You hear the animation and the sound there, but he didn't really get the shot off because he clicked too fast to go towards the cavalry. But the second shot killed the cavalry, so that is still okay. So basically, GoodSpeed has to mass a lot of dragoons, mix in probably a few tomahawks if Mamluks are on the way, and then try to deal with this army by a good surround, good positioning, and a macro. He walked past the house, so he walks now again past the house. Okay, he's gonna siege it. Just keeping GoodSpeed busy, because GoodSpeed now has to deal with it and send some dragoons there at some point. As he's doing now. Of course, there's still this invisible scout, sorry, available that knows exactly everything that's going on here. And soon, watch this. He's now gonna siege it, and as soon as there are some musket riders walking this way, he will. There you have 4 musket riders going there. I really like that. Actually 3 would be my preferred option, but 4 is also nice, especially not your whole army. And there you see it. As soon as the musket riders walk there, he walks back with his cavalry, and that should also actually indicate to Shmras, not to GoodSpeed, that Shmras might have a scout here, because why would he be going back and forth exactly on the right times when he's moving in? However, nonetheless, he will catch this cavalry. Dragoons being a little bit faster, of course, and as you know, the counter to cavalry, so he will take these out. I think that Shmras, he shipped. No, he didn't ship. I think he of course shipped a Janissaries as well, but I think he might be waiting for Mamelukes. There you have 1k coin. You make it yourself a lot easier, as explained before, by waiting for Mamelukes, because if then the forest prowlers and dragoons are really gonna try to go in to get out to cannons, you will have Mamelukes and all your Janissaries in the front dealing insane amount of damage. A lot more than without the Mamelukes. So you make it quite a bit harder for your opponent. So I really like it that Shmras is waiting here to push out until he has both the cannons and the Mamelukes. He's now kind of greeting his army, as of course he saw it passing by with the scout, kind of greeting it here, as you see. Get off half, some shots kills half dragoon, 1 dragoon in fact there. The miss micro by GoodSpeed, he could have definitely saved it 1, but that happens. Anyway, GoodSpeed now going to the back, kind of assuming that the cannons were left over there because he saw all the Janissaries, and that's what you see Shmras doing. Very nice, keeping the Janissaries close, keeping the cannons close to the Janissaries, and also always shielded. The Janissaries are always between the cannons and where the musket riders are, and that is also why I liked GoodSpeed to really split up his dragoons in 2 groups, so that he can kind of lure the Janissaries away and pick them off with dragoons in the back. Kind of flanking them with dragoons. He's gonna pick off 1 or 2 villages, a second one there, and definitely get a third one. There you go, and there he's gonna run away again for Janissaries that come in. He is also, okay, this is nice actually, the shipment. These units, these are called mantlets, they will tank a lot of damage, they will absorb a lot, not only range damage to the Janissaries, 0.5 resistance, but also take up a lot of siege damage from the cannons because they have so much HP. So I do like that shipment. If you put them in front, they will definitely make sure that your other army in the back will live longer and deal more damage in total. You see that this is just the walking round way, because Shmras keeps his cannons so good with his army. GoodSpeed is not able to take them off, but now he has to be careful. Okay, they're gonna move in the right side, always behind. And imagine if GoodSpeed would have his army split in 2. Of course, Shmras would know it because he sees less goons, so he'd probably adapt to it as well. But assuming that he would have half his army running there and half his army running there, he might have been able to already take out these cannons. But he's moving them only in 1 group, and that's not my preferred option here. Of course, it will require a lot more APM to really take them in several groups, so to try to flank the cannons. Anyway, we have a battle coming up there, and there the Mamelukes are. But now he has to be really careful because these dragoons can come in from the back as they will do now, and that is something that Shmras should be expecting. So he should move his cannons really, really close now to his Janissaries. And there you see he's already doing a nice job with the Mamelukes because there's no goon available. So these Mamelukes are just having their fun here versus the skirmishers. Because just now, also again by the way, because of this not splitting, all his dragoons in 1 group. And now you see he's coming from the back, but nice by Janissaries, shielding them off. And Mamelukes should actually be probably doing damage over there. The dragoons will take out 1 cannon, and these one over there should be focused on this cannon. Is he gonna do so? He's not gonna do so. That means there's still 1 cannon available, and there's a lot of Janissaries available. GoodSpeed still ahead in score, not over, but why are these dragoons finally they're going to be targeted on the cannon there? And he will take them out, but at the cost of a lot of dragoons. Well, he's going to be very close, he's going to move back. Just leaving some villages there to absorb some damage, but these dragoons will die. Why? You can even put them in melee mode and just deal with the cannon there, instead of shooting from ranged fire there. And this is actually looking very, very tough now for GoodSpeed. Because there's 3 Mamelukes alive, or well, actually like 1.5. But the cannon still, which will take out the warhead, and a lot of Janissaries. Look how many Janissaries. And it all comes down to very good decision making by GoodSpeed, because by Shmras, because all the army of GoodSpeed was out of position over there. And because it was so far out of position, Shmras went out and pushed. And that means that all these forest prowlers and the mantlets, having no anti-cavalry available, got killed by the cannon and also by the Mamelukes. And this makes me really wonder why GoodSpeed didn't pull his units back. He could have wait over there and fight when the dragoons were back. And also, like I mentioned, split up the dragoons in 2 groups. Have one defend your skirmisher from Mamelukes, and have the other one go to the back and try to take out the cannons. So, not the best play by GoodSpeed there, to be honest, but very well done by Shmras. And there you see, by the way, the army count. This is not how it's supposed to go. So, oh wait, let me bring up a scoreboard for you guys. That means that Shmras will take this first. Yeah, flanking with 5 Kanya would also be a good option indeed, Mike Desu. Mixing in 5 Kanyas, but on the other hand, if he uses his Janissaries right, it will mean that he can probably block the Kanyas, and of course the dragoons can still do melee. The dragoons can still do range resistance, but the Kanyas will only do range damage, but the Kanyas will only do melee damage. And if you then block it with Janissaries, it means that you will not be able to really get to them. So GoodSpeed is green and Shmras is blue. There we go, ready and all set. Let me just observe in Dutch, since I'm here Dutch and I'm of course supporting GoodSpeed being Dutch as well. So that means second game, GoodSpeed can of course not, he can play Iroquois again because he lost with it, but Shmras can't play Ottomans again. You can't play the winning civilization twice in a row. He's going for China, of course, second day, hoping for the additional house, and he has pretty good China as well. And by the way, I believe Owata was observing in Portuguese, but the moment I changed to Dutch, he also changed to Dutch. Funny. Okay, so here we go. Second game on the second A. And we see that Shmras is not starting with an additional house, but he's starting with actually quite okay. But for the Iroquois, it means he doesn't have to invest in a market, and of course has then more resources and a faster push available if he wants to. What Shmras will do is probably going to go for a fast fortress and play it out from there. Not only does Shmras like his fast fortresses, also it is going to be really, really hard to win with Chiu-Canoe and pikemen in the second age versus Ina Kanya of Iroquois in the second age. So actually going for a fast fortress is kind of your best and almost only option here as China, I would say. GoodSpeed going for the mail trading post there. I'm not sure where the wagon is actually. Where's the wagon? There it is. Okay, usually it hops out from left to right immediately, but not sure. Anyway, Shmras now gathering 2 sheep there, finding that. 2 sheep still available here. GoodSpeed got 2 there, and he also got 2 here. So 4 for GoodSpeed. 2 for Shmras and still in the middle of 2 here left. Shmras will go for this 90 foot. He's not using his disciple so far to scout and get more sheeps, but going for treasures rather instead here. And the Travas of GoodSpeed was scouting indeed for sheep and stuff like that and treasures. And he builds his house here. Interesting positioning. Maybe I would have brought it a little bit to the bottom, but okay. If he makes a trading post later on here, he will definitely have this whole part of the map just scouted. He will go for 40 foot, not the most useful one, but he is gonna get caught by Shmras, it looks like. And of course, if you have a disciple and a hero, you will be able to do a lot of damage to the Iroquois hero. And of course, any damage you can take out early is good. And if you take a look here, 450 HP, 500 HP. The hand attack is a little bit better by Shmras, by the Chinese hero. So I believe in the long run he should win this. Also because he already is on the same HP because of the treasure that GoodSpeed took. Especially with using the disciple as well. GoodSpeed also had 50 coins earlier. Shmras doesn't want to lose his disciple, probably want to scout with a little bit more, but any damage that you can do so far is good. And now he's going to run it away at the last moment. 13 HP left, that's okay, he can even get one shot off, and that is just 3 HP. Perfect timing there by Shmras. Pull it out at the last moment and doing the maximum amount of damage. And that means that the hero of GoodSpeed will die, because he's going to be slowed down by the Iroquois hero. And GoodSpeed hasn't converted any Guardian yet, that's going to be useful to help battle the Chinese hero. Regarding map balance, just for a second here, 2 houses by the Chinese guy is very standard. He managed to find 2 sheep as well, so he's on 4 sheep in the goat. He has 1 herd over there, I'm not sure if he scouted, the second one there. And the third one is going to be really, really far, it's very hard for him to deal with. He also has no mine on top. Regarding GoodSpeed, we see that he has 1 mine on top, 1 mine in the back. But Shmras has 3 mines, however, they are, well, decent actually. And the third mine for GoodSpeed is there. However, GoodSpeed has hunts here, and hunts here, and hunts there. So the hunts are a little bit better for GoodSpeed. And the mines, yeah, 2 in the back actually is also a little bit better as well. So a little bit of map advantage for GoodSpeed, also having the other hunt quite close as well, while this hunt is even a bit further. But you see there he's gonna lose his hero, and that means not just losing your hero is no scouting. Okay, wait, that's nice. He pulled it back all the way to his hometown just to make sure that he got the HP boost from aging up. So he managed to save his hero. That means no 100 XP for Shmras. But it means that GoodSpeed hasn't really scouted enough the map as he usually wants to. 2 more ships being found by Shmras there. That were the ones from the bottom somewhere there. And there we have the 2 more ships found by Shmras. And there we have the warhead Travas. Is he using his ships? If he would use his ships to block the warhead Travas, it would be really nice. But I think he's not doing so. He's just using his hero. What you see here is he's trying to move in front of the... with the sheep as well. Yeah, okay, he got it. He was also trying to use the sheep to move in front of the Travas, so that he can't really build the warhead. Oh, he has to be careful, this hero walks fast. Okay, he's so that means that Shmras now has, of course, aging up to with the Summer Palace, gives you a few units here and there every now and then, I mean. But mainly gives you 400 food to age up fast. And he has now 4 sheeps. The goat he already used, 5 sheeps. And that is now going to be 7 sheep. So that's really, really a lot of food available for Shmras there. So I have to see how that will go. And then we have 4 kanyas coming in there immediately, first shipment, just to wait a little bit. We have a nice wall there, it's actually not finished, not closed I mean, but it will delay him a little bit just for anything that he's going to push in with, or any units that come through. I would really like to see him finish this wall actually. He is not gonna, no, he won't get this villager, they will be back on time, and he's gonna wait with his hero probably. Oh, he's gonna take it out. Okay, it will be a nice XP boost for him. However, there is still, of course, town center fire on these kanyas. So I'm not sure if it's the best trade for him, to be honest, because he's gonna lose 1 kanya and a little bit more. But he is killing this hero, so yeah, it's not sure if it's worth it actually. It is another XP, that is nice. But he's gonna lose 1 more kanya because this villager will be popped in, of course. So he's gonna lose another kanya there. He is delaying the Chinese a little bit, but only by a real bit. And this villager will go in the town center right on time. Perfect there. And he is of course focus firing the Kanya because that is the most annoying unit at this point. These villagers have to be careful, and they're also going to be focused focused by the hyenas and put in a town center. This is the only mine that Shmras has. He can't even gather on this mine. The only option he has is, for example, send some villagers there, but then he's really vulnerable to any units coming over there. On the other hand, he killed all the Kanyas, so that means that he doesn't have to worry about any raid. If there's, for example, infantry coming in, he can still run. From Kanyas you can't run, from infantry you can run. But taking out these units there, and the steel town center fire gonna be aimed at tomahawks, as you see here. 2-shot tomahawk is dead with 90 town center fire. Because there's no more HP boost. That one villager went down, I believe. Yes, there it goes. So be very careful. Yeah. What GoodSpeed is now trying to do is still boom a little bit in the back of this. He's now added 600 wood shipment, so he's adding stables, also adding a second trading post, and just spamming units. We even have the 5 tomahawks not being shipped from here but from the hometown. So he's just want to try to keep the pressure on. But the fact that he makes so many tomahawks, of course, makes it easy for Shmras to just make Chukanus here. I mean, ship the Chukanus and deal with these tomahawks. And it's very unfortunate from GoodSpeed that he's now going to lose all these tomahawks for actually not much. And you see that 7 Chukanus is enough to kill 1 tomahawk. So he let this one behind. Why did he let this one behind? Because it was slowed down by tomahawks in melee mode. So very good choice to leave the one behind so that all the others in the back could still do range damage. And these tomahawks are going to be greeted as well by Chukanus. I'm not sure why he makes so many tomahawks. I would really like to see him make hyenas, of course. Not only do they live longer versus town center damage, also they of course are better able to deal with Chukanus. You know that the Chinese guy has Chukanus available as a shipment card, and also from the Wonder, as he smartly tests his Wonder to making that, losing one villager, a little bit mistake there. But he has Chukanus available. It's China. I mean, why do you make so many tomahawks? Now finally maxing in some Kanyas. That's good. But Kanya hyena would be the preferred choice probably, after having only a few tomahawks. I mean, China also of course has the 9 steppers available, but you don't need. He had like 10 tomahawks here, and he had 5 tomahawks there. You don't need 15 tomahawks. If you have like 5 tomahawks and 5 Kanyas and hyenas in the back, that's more than enough to deal with any 9 stepper shipment, if he's gonna ship it. So weird choice from GoodSpeed in my opinion. He is gonna push in still, getting another 90 XP from that hero there. But yeah, Shmras is already aging. He is now calling out these men to deal with the Kanyas, while the Chukanus are very nicely microed on the tomahawks here. And there we have the crack shot coming in from the, look at this. Actually, did he use it? Not sure if he used it. Okay, he's taking on this army now. Not any villager yet. But this is all okay. I mean, as soon as he is able to kill off these Kanyas, he will get 10 arquebusiers when he ages up, and that means that he will just be able to deal with these tomahawks anyway. And he still has one more Minuteman available to use. He used the pikeman kind of Minuteman, but he can still use the ranged Minuteman if he needs to have some more army out later on. Hyenas again there. Now we see that GoodSpeed is not bringing in this hunt. Surprisingly, it should be probably in range of this line of sight of the villager. But he's going all the way to this hunt. It's quite a little bit of walking time. Maybe he didn't see it after all. After all, he did lose also his hero around the map somewhere here, so he might have not scouted his complete top there. But as I said so many times before, and as really GoodSpeed should know, use your sheep to scout the top part. I can't believe that he's gathering all the way here so far. Long distance, there's a lot of walking time, while he could be easily herding this towards his town center and gathering from the herds there. Scout it with your sheep, scout the top part, see if there's hunts, a mine, whatever. So he's pushing in again, mixing in some hyenas now, and there we have Shmras aging up. The town center should be focused on the Kanyas, preferably on the low HP Kanya first there. Is he doing so? And there you have the second Minuteman popping out, which also should be focused on the Kanyas in my opinion. And there he's gonna do so now, as you see here. Another batch popping out from the army, from the summer palace, so that means that he should definitely be able to deal with this. Town center fire not being focused on this Kanya. Why is it not being focused on the hero probably? Okay, focus on the hero, got it out, that's good. No more HP boost for the Iroquois. Actually, this game looks very good for Shmras now. I feel that GoodSpeed didn't do enough damage, but he lost way too many units. So what can GoodSpeed do from here? Of course, he can stick to his colonial agenda and make a lot of hyenas and then mixing Kanyas as well. But the problem is that at this point Shmras has access to his skirmishers with of course 20 range, so they outrange the hyenas with 16 range. That means that you have a micro advantage in any battle that occurs there. Also, he has of course the shipments available, including the nice cavalry from the Chinese hometowns as well. Consulate and barracks going up there. Now he of course has some breathing moment here, some time to get his setup ready. And Yes, I'm not sure what GoodSpeed is gonna do there. It might be that he doesn't even have 600 coin in his deck. Let's see. We see that indeed he has 600 coin in his deck, so he age up. But he is massing units still. So maybe he wants to kind of catch the Chinese off guard as soon as the next shipment comes, which is if he gonna ship the cavalry, he does have enough anti-cavalry, so if GoodSpeed is gonna make cavalry, then it will be okay. Oh, there we have of course the 300, let me quickly show it to you guys what it's called again. Here it is, the intervention card from the Chinese player. It gives you an additional shipment from your consulate. It's gonna be musketeers in this case when you are allied to British. So he timed it out nicely, by the way, because the consulate was still being built while he already shipped the card. So he has enough anti-cavalry here. So what does he need now? More skirmishers. Well, this is already kind of okay to use. But he also needs some cavalry to deal with the hyenas of GoodSpeed. So GoodSpeed still opts to go for a for a longer term second age play. He's now walking all the way around, maybe kind of expecting Shmras to go this way, and now you may want to flank it. That's actually a very nice move. Warhead on this side with units popping out there, and then kind of cutting off reinforcements here, and at the same time flanking this army from Shmras. So that's actually a very nice move here by GoodSpeed, as we are expecting from him to pull off. These anti-cavalry should be targeted, of course, on the cavalry, while these arquebusiers should be targeted on the hyenas first, so that the hyenas can't kill the anti-cavalry as fast. The minutemen in the back are not being targeted by any hyenas here. That means they will still do a lot of damage in the back of this, and he will clean this up anyway. So this is still okay. But he lost. Okay, this was definitely the better battle for GoodSpeed. The problem is still that he's in the second age and not aging so far. He hasn't even found or scouted his herd yet. I'm so surprised by that. Village is moving all the way over there. Shmras is a little bit overconfident, a little bit overcommitment there. Should have definitely waited for a cavalry shipment, in my opinion, or more arquebusiers, so that he can really micro better, use his range, shoot back, etc. Because now he kind of threw that a little bit away, including of course the 8 musketeers coming from the consulate. He is making arquebusiers and chengdos. That is, of course, the pikemen from China in the Third Age. Pretty nice army. But oh, he's gonna lose these villages. He's gonna save them on time, seeing line of sight, letting 2 villages there, and the other ones are gonna run and will be saved. He's gathering gold there, by the way, because of course this mine is almost to run out. He ships the 10 arquebusiers, and he has now finally the rocket out. So that means that Shmras can definitely defend from now on. I would really like to see him push out before, not until he has any Chengdo shipment or cavalry shipment. He should not push out until that moment, in my opinion. It's too dangerous. But GoodSpeed can't really push into this because of this defensive position with the walls, the town center, and the cannon that is now out. So I think that both of them will wait a little bit longer. GoodSpeed probably wants to catch him out in the open instead of in this defensive position near his town center. And Shmras could poke a little bit, use his range a little bit, like if any units from GoodSpeed would be waiting over there. But he really should be waiting. And there we have the, no, not the shipment. This is just what he made. But he gets a nice mass of Chengdos. But I would really like him to not push out before he has any cavalry or additional Chengdos, because otherwise he might get stuck again and lose his complete army. And then it's going to be really, really rough, because then you already used 10 arquebusiers, you lose 1 rocket. That's not something you wanna have there. He built a house there, so he can now gather resources here, of course, safe and protected. And by now GoodSpeed also has shipped the cards to increase his Tomahawk HP, as you see over there. The hero boost, which brings us to 172, but now also the 2 cards I believe he shipped, that brings us now to 215 HP, and the hyenas 158 HP. It's really, really a lot. Really, really crazy. You see this, he's very nicely using his range that he can here, but always keeping close, sticking close to the gate, so he can always move back in case he needs to. Not overcommitting. And yeah, there Shmras has to be very careful. He's putting all his villages back. I think he's gonna go slowly indeed into this very nice position, not going all the way over there, because this is in too open space. You're gonna want to position yourself over here between the market, between the house, using your rocket with the range and using your anti-cavalry if needed. However, I would really like him to use his range now with the arquebusiers. There you go. There he goes in, picking off anything that he can, but of course staying out of range, because as soon as you get into the range of the hyenas, 15 range attack is still quite a lot compared to just 16, and of course the HP is even better. So you don't want to be in range. But he pulls back for now, thinks it's just not safe enough. I actually have to agree with him there. And I actually like the fact that Shmras is still staying in the second age, because you will definitely get map control. As you see here, he has another warhead built over there. He's just gathering all the resources on Shmras' side as well. Shmras also now used all his ships, by the way. That means that he still has this available, and maybe later on this available. He now finally is on this herd here. And that means that he has map control, and that means that he can still deny Shmras from any map control so far. And you see there how much damage the Hyenas still do if they are in range there. Shmras is trying to build a new house, but very nicely by GoodSpeed, using one Kanya here to try to scout that. The house, I believe, is barely out of range. Interesting that he pulls his villagers back. Not sure. Okay. The house is barely out of range with his Kanya, I believe. It might be at line of sight, and it's like here. Oh no, it is line of sight. He sees it. And that means that he now has to move in all the way over there, and that of course means that GoodSpeed will also move in over here to really... it's gonna be a fight between for this place, because Shmras needs the resources, and GoodSpeed wants to deny him, of course. So another house gonna be made there, but probably another house gonna be killed as well. Ooh, this is... He should be really going back. This is not something you can engage. Way too many Kanyas here. Oh, Manchu coming out. That's nice. Really going to be able to deal with these Kanyas, and the rocket in the back should be really focused in the middle group of these Hyenas there. He's going to lose some villages in the process, but the Chengdos that he has combined with these Manchus will really deal with these Kanyas here. But he definitely needs a cavalry shipment as well, I feel, to deal with these Hyenas. There's so many Hyenas there, but look at this rocket, 228 siege damage, that's really a lot. There you have some more units popping out from the wrecks. Of course, he used all his management already, and the Chengdos should be really... The Chengdos should not be focusing on Tomahawk, the Chengdos should be moving on this side to protect the cannon. But there are just way too many infantry units here that take out all the Manchus here. The cannon is still alive, miraculously. Shooting down at the war hero, and he will die. Nice fireworks, by the way. Oh, but new cannon pops out. That's gonna be nice. Will he? The town center fire is used, but not to all extent. Only 45 damage, not 90. But there's always a lot going. Way too far in, shoot. I mean, whoa. Now, of course, Tomahawk's being just going in melee mode, as you see there. Gonna deal with this in no time. Let me get the fireworks for you guys. New Year's Eve comes early, and there Tomahawks take it out easily. But all the Kanyas are dead also, and that means that he can't really push anymore, because there are now only arquebusiers left. And that means that, of course, arquebusiers will deal with micro with these units from Shmras, from GoodSpeed. I would really like him to see take out this hero, only 22 HP, but he's gonna get a few villages there. He will get both of them. A nice micro splitting up the fire, that in case if these villagers would run away, he would kill definitely both of them, because he split the fire. But of course, more and more units streaming in from Shmras. If you take a quick look, as you see here, village count for 51 to just 16. That's more than 3 times the village count, and of course a lot of more economy. Also, the trading post is owned by GoodSpeed there. And now he uses Manchus. He is now gathering a lot of wood, because he can still gather. If he makes a house here, he can still gather 1600 food there. But he now shipped the Chengdos, I assume. But he really needs to be going back here. And also he probably needs some shipment of cavalry as well to be able to deal with all the Hyenas. Oh no, this, yeah, okay, good. Right on time. Oh, not right on time. Almost right on time, Marco back, but the Hyenas still got some shots off. But you see there's a very nice micro going on, that Shmras is really trying to use his range to the maximum. Using 20 range, as you also see, by the way, he is not clicking from here to here, he clicks right in front of his army, and that will allow you to move in a horizontal position to the back. It will also allow you to have more of your units in this 20 range to really do the damage that you can in a 20 range, instead of moving back in a vertical line, then only having like 4 units in front that you can use your 20 range for. Musketeers from the consulate, from the export, of course, some additional anti-cavalry. Very nice that he keeps going back and forth here. I think he's gathering all this wood to get a plantation up, or would he go for sea? Shmras is now being contained by GoodSpeed, and GoodSpeed is actually all he has to do is just keeping Shmras in his base and gathering from the whole map, as you see over there. He's even gathering on a farm there. Well, there's still food available, but of course from here walking to here all the way, this takes quite a lot of time as well. Still nice micro going on. Now GoodSpeed going for a raid there. And why is there no cavalry shipment? What is Shmras doing? I'm really wondering. Let me quick look again at his deck. He has does not used. He has no really sea cards in his deck. Of course these ships, but that's it. He still has the 5 meteor hammers available. Why do you have C7 mortars versus Iroquois? I really would prefer the 4 iron flails, to be honest. Okay, the micro has stopped for now. At this point, by the way, Shmras doesn't have that many arquebusiers left, so he has to be really, really careful. As you see here, this line, if you start working on it from this side, you can pick off a few hyenas on the corner there. But as soon as the hyenas really get into range, then it's really going to be messy, because you get hit by a lot. Okay, he is going for a monastery. That's of course kind of the saloon thing for the Asian civilizations. Then he's going for Jaegers, and Jaegers, guys, are very, very strong. 30 attack, 20 0.4 range resistance, like a OP Coureur de Bois, and of course 20 range. So that's going to be really nice to micro this versus the army here. GoodSpeed now going to take out another house of Shmras. Why is Shmras getting so much wood? Is he maybe he is converting wood into gold to get these Jaegers out? It could be the case, not sure. But these Jaegers are going to be really, really hard for GoodSpeed. He still has enough anti-cavalry left, so GoodSpeed can't really engage into this. I think GoodSpeed needs a few more hyenas actually before he can really go into this. Also, maybe it's a good idea for Shmras to close this wall, kind of. And but by the way, if you see here, 188 versus 108, so that's 80 score gap. And a third trading post also now being made by GoodSpeed. He should pull his hero back and use it in his main army, especially if he's going to go for the fight now at this point. A new rocket comes out, but oh, can he micro correctly? Can he protect this rocket? Yes, it looks like he will protect everything from now. But this, he has to split up in 2 groups actually, one on the left, one on the right, so the Kanyas can't really go into this. But GoodSpeed goes back for now. He probably thinks that this is too hard of a position to break, and then he might be better off just denying Shmras from any map there and just containing him even longer. And there the hero is coming back as well. How is this game still so close? Yeah, just because actually GoodSpeed is quite ahead, but he's just not finishing it off yet. Shmras can't do much. As soon as Shmras goes out in the open, he has to be really, really careful not to get trapped and caught by this huge army of GoodSpeed. And that's why Shmras only trying to poke in a little bit, but stays back. Look at this, the hyenas, they fire so fast, 16 range. If you take a look at the HP there, a lot of units on low HP, but of course it's very hard to micro. In these situations, what you often do is either focus fire, as you saw 1 second ago, on any Kanya that's close to make sure that you take out as much HP as possible with your whole army, or when you're microing versus hyenas, that you just use attack, move, and make a good horizontal line, and then okay, he's finally the cavalry, and that you make a good horizontal line, and then from there on use attack, move, and make sure that you spread your output, your damage output most effectively, and not wasting any damage on killing only 1 hyena with your whole ranged army. So he's pushing out slowly again. If he gets a second rocket, that would really be nice, by the way. He's not making any units yet. 2 more Jaegers coming from this, probably changing wood for coin. As you see, a Jaeger costs 180 gold, not that much actually for quite a strong unit. Okay, he's very far in the open now. He has to be very, very careful. No, don't waste your cavalry. Why go so far? This is another badge popping out here, but not being used there. Nice micro by GoodSpeed, trying to focus on the anti-cavalry while luring the anti-cavalry towards his cavalry. And these meteor hammers now dealing with the hyenas here. Meteor hammers also blocking the Kanyas, and all this anti-cavalry dealing with the Kanyas here as well. But this is just way too much of a mess. I mean, the micro is going on quite nice by both actually, but it's just way too much of a mess. These Kanyas can just stay here and block this all off with all these hyenas in the back, with all the cards that they got from the second age. Iroquois has 3 cards available in his deck, as you saw before. So this is going to be a good game. A very nice contain by GoodSpeed, and that's going to even it up, and as we have now a 1-1 score in this best of 7. Well played. Yeah, I have to say the map was in advantage of GoodSpeed a little bit as well with the food. Shmras just couldn't get to his third hunt. Also, the second gold mine was either this one or that one, which is way too far. There should usually be a second hunt or gold mine there. It would have made it a little bit more even. But yeah, in the end, well played by GoodSpeed. The first part I didn't really like. I think he just wasted too many units there, to be honest. Also, going for so many tomahawks instead of more hyenas is interesting, but not the best choice in my opinion. As I said, he can ship steppe riders, but you have Kanyas, you have some tomahawks, and you have a lot of hyenas in the back that will be able to deal with these steppe riders anyway. So you don't need to make more than 5 or maybe max 10 tomahawks, at least not 15 or 18 as much as he made. So good job, 1-1. Very nice. Looks like GoodSpeed is going for Japanese. Of course, Shmras can still go for Iroquois then, so not sure if this is going to be the civilization of choice for now. Okay, I quickly had to eat something there because I'm already casting for a long time. For anyone who just tuned in, it's currently GoodSpeed versus Shmras, the last quarterfinal of the PK TAD tournament. Biggest tournament in years for the Age of Empires series, Age of Empires 3 series. It is 1-1 currently, and we now are going to go into the third game on Siberia, where Shmras is again going China, and GoodSpeed is going for Japanese. Very interesting, I like this matchup a lot. I definitely give the advantage to Japanese, being a little bit stronger with the units, especially the Yumis, just crazy attack in the second age, in the third age as well. And of course the easy option, especially on this map also, to defend with the tower, and also to just shrine boom your way through victory actually, and get control over the map with line of sight, shrines here and there, to deny your opponent from gathering resources if you make shrines near the hunts. And of course a very good hard to rate income there. So regarding map balance, we see that the mines here is pretty 3 for Shmras, 3rd there, 4th. Actually, that's the 5th. That's the 4th. GoodSpeed, however, 1 mine there, 1 mine in the back, very in the back, and the 3rd is there up front, quite far. So the mines are a lot better for Shmras. Regarding hunts, we have the initial starting hunt 2 and 3, and we have 1, 2, 3. That's okay-ish, but I would say the map is a little bit better for Shmras. Coin will be an important thing for Chinese, for Japanese also, but a little bit less. You still have your shrines, and you're gonna probably using a lot of Yumis anyway with your food and wood, but nonetheless a little bit of map advantage for Shmras, I would say. So this map, China versus Japanese, is gonna be very interesting how this is gonna play out. We have seen it a couple of times before, even on this map, especially with Esnesjak even going to the 4th age with China, but in the end didn't. Yet once, I believe, yeah, he won. It was versus Calvis. No, not versus Calvis. Versus I'm not sure who. But anyway, I thought he won it with the old hand reforms in the end, and some more shipment spam. Of course, as we know, China, when he gets to the 4th age, is a very strong civilization. However, up to that point, Japanese can do a lot of things to prevent China from getting to that point. With the economy that you have and the good units, quite of OP units almost still. Probably Japanese after Iroquois Ottomans, probably the 3rd or 4th best civilization in this tournament. So definitely enough options left. So what we can see from China is going for a fast fortress or a semi-fast fortress with some pikemen to seize the shrines from GoodSpeed. Because if GoodSpeed is untouched, then he will just, as Japanese, make a lot of shrines everywhere, get a crazy economy, and age to the 3rd age in the back of it with not much units out. So you have to kind of use your pikemen that you can, of course, ship, and you can also make a few. To really take out the shrines and try to limit him in gathering resources like that. Also very nice with GoodSpeed. You build a shrine there and hopefully later something here. You always want to deny your opponent from gathering food, so if you can build your shrines on that side, it is the best thing to do. We see that GoodSpeed got 50 wood and another 50 wood. It is 100 wood. It is 1 additional shrine. And Shmras got the treasure that shows him the location of all other treasures. That's of course a very nice one. And that means that he can indeed go straight away to, for example, 75 food. Later on to what we have left here. This is not the best one. Not that much good treasures. This is something for later on. 305 coin, nice to pick up when you have an army. 175 coin is not something you can take at this point. Oh, this is also nice. 300 HP. Oh, Shmras not going for this one. That is interesting. He wants to go for this one. No, can't imagine. Oh, he's going back for this one. Okay. Make up your mind, Shmras. It looks like this one is then going to be left for later. It is of course very hard to deal with three tigers of this of these statistics here. So I think that GoodSpeed will take it later on because it is around his base, and he can definitely take it with 1 or 2 heroes there and some units. So Shmras now gets the 75 food. Acing with the Summer Palace. So the thing that you have to see is of course some Yumi defense from GoodSpeed is standard. Aging up with the Toshogu Shrine, that's the big shrine to get more of an economic boost there. But the thing we have to see is if Shmras will go for a fast fortress or for some harassment in the second age into fortress. That's actually the main deviation that he can opt to go for from here. At this time, of course, Shmras is, GoodSpeed is just tasking his villages on wood. As you see there, the shrines as well, I think. Yeah, there you go. And that means, of course, that he can just make a lot of shrines you see going around the map. He now has 3 shrines, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there is the 8th already at the 4 and 5th minute mark. Probably gonna ship 600 wood. That is also standard. Same with the consulate Asia. By the way, I didn't cover it, but for anyone who doesn't know it, you build the consulate, you get a little bit of wood there, then you can build 1 house, and you can age up with 680 food because the consulate, I like the Portuguese, gives you a little bit of a discount on aging up. Also gives you a discount on buildings. That's actually why the aging up is a discount, because discount is the aging up is a building for Asian civilizations, but also gives you a discount on building shrines. So you can really pump up the shrines mass really fast. 2 more shrines going there, and Shmras is adding a Rex, so he will be going for some, I assume some pikemans there. The advantage of course for China is that you can get out Chukonus and pikemen at the same time, so if he's gonna make some Yumi or Ashigaru, you will have some Chukonus to deal with that while the pikemen are sieging the house. Otherwise, if you have only pikemen, then you can just make some Yumi and of course attack your pikemen with it. So there we have 2 barracks coming up actually from. I'm not sure. I've seen it before from him, but I'm not sure if I like it that much. Okay, 9 stepper being shipped by Shmras, and then he's gonna take the Rex right away. Yes, 1 more hit. Moving these one back. That's nice, but oh no, he should move. These are pikemen, of course, so they can only do nice split up there. They can only do melee damage. Okay, his army was tested on his Summer Palace was tested on Chukonu and Step Riders. So he's gonna go for the mobile army, being Step Riders with good siege attack to take down shrines, together with some Chukonus to deal with any Ashigarus or so. And that means that, of course, when this was building, they will do additional bonus damage. So he got a lot of HP down from this Rex. Actually, I was saying I don't like the 2 Rex that much because you can just pump out 555 Yumi anyway. I'm not sure why you want to go for 2 Rexes this early, to be honest. Of course, you can use it as a counter when you see something else coming in from the Chinese guy, but otherwise, I would prefer another shrine or a stable actually. He's gonna make a 2nd Rex there because he knows he's gonna lose this one. And also some disciples being made there to really get that one going, get that one down. 1100 HP left. You can now just work on these shrines a little bit more. Another army here of mobile step riders with Chukonus coming out. Actually, I do like this army. He's now gonna age up 700 coins, so he did a little bit of damage, but he's gonna use the rest of his army to keep attacking other shrines. But then again, why would you go for 2 Rexes if you don't make any units? I would just go for another shrine first, 1 or 2 shrines actually, and then you can make 2 shrines for 1 Rex, and then build the Rex later on. Because he's not making any units anyway. The units that he would have made now could have just been 555 Yumi or something. So little bit of a weird choice. I've seen the strategy a couple of times, this BO, but I'm not sure if it's the best. I'm not sure if I like it. Anyway, you have now 4 step riders here, of course. That is there's 100 siege attack per hit from them together, with some additional units here. The hero, of course, adding nice as well. And meanwhile, GoodSpeed is shrining all the food around Shmras' base. So this one there, this one there. This one it was herded, and they have the wonder up, by the way, so Shmras is aging. And I also shrined this one here, and he's probably going to soon make 1 other shrine there. And that means, of course, that Shmras now has to... Why do you go for 8 bow when your opponent has 4 stepper riders out? That is really weird. You better save your export and switch to Japanese, or just save your export and age up anyway. He's now aging up in the back. Again, if you age up, why make 2 Rexes? Invest that wood in something else and make the Rex later on. Then you would have a more economic path. And shipping 8 Cosmen like that, they were just gonna be killed by stepper riders. So actually, it was a waste of export there. 2 Ashigarus there, and he's gonna lose this shrine as well. Yeah, Shmras soon has to work on the shrines around his base, or he will have no more food left. He still has something here and something here, but this one, of course, only 4 Ds left because the other one's already tasked on this shrine there. Anyway, he is still working on the shrines of GoodSpeed around his base. But GoodSpeed then again will probably make new shrines here in a few minutes. That's how it goes. Kills of one disciple. And he will be able to take... I'm not sure what these Ashigarus are trying to do, because there are Chukanus available, so these Chukanus will just kill off the Ashigarus. Even if it's 8 Ashigarus. And now we have some more Ashigarus, it's going to be better. Again, Ashigarus, same thing as the Janissaries as I explained before. Chukanus counter Ashigarus, even though Ashigarus are quite OP musketeers. But if you are in range of Chukanus, then Ashigarus do pretty good still, because they have a lot of HP and good damage. The thing is that Chukanus can use their range to really counter Ashigarus, to not take any damage, but do a lot of damage. Aging up with the Golden Wonder is the most standard setup for now, so big shrine, Golden Wonder to increase your land attack of units. Usually it's gonna go to land attack, as you see here, land attack, it can also go to land hit points, and a few other things that actually don't matter. And also you have some upgrades available. It's comparable to, for example, the arsenal, the advanced arsenal upgrades from European civilizations. And you get 5 Yumis from it when you age up. So now taking out the shrines here, of course he got 10 arquebusiers from aging up with this rocket building Confusion Academy. And I assume that he will also ship his 10 arquebusiers at the first shipment, because he knows that that will be what is needed to do with all these Ashigarus that he already scouted from GoodSpeed before. He will be able to gather food here again. That is good on time, because he was running out of food near around his base here. I would like these steppers just take it out and move the rest of your army back. You don't really need the step riders here, so the step riders can really take these shrines out while the rest of your army is gonna deal with this. Okay, we see 1000 coin, so that means that Shmras will go for a 4th age. That is interesting. 4th age up. 2 cannons, flaming arrows in fact, being shipped by Japanese here. Very nice to deal with some of the infantry and also with the buildings of the Chinese guy. Okay, finally he moved the step riders back. Good choice there, because you don't really need them to deal with the army of GoodSpeed here. And GoodSpeed now upgraded his Ashigarus to disciplined Ashigarus. Step riders take out this one more hunt available, and then the step riders can immediately move on to the next shrines on the map. This is going to be very, very close, because if he's not going to age up with that 1k coin, then he's definitely going to lose 1 or 2 buildings here. Market, Wonder, Tower probably. So he has to be very, very careful. Or is that 1k coin going to be used for something else, for 9 Manchu? Yeah, I don't really think so. It would be really strange actually, because Manchus are not something useful versus Japan. They're not even using cavalry, so you can use them versus the cannons, but he can ship 2 more cannons anyway, or maybe even make some cannons. And versus all the Ashigarus and some Yumi mixing in, indeed it's going to be a wonder, so it's no Manchus there. He's just going to try to use his range, as you see, the range of the arquebusiers and Chukanus. His step riders kind of wasted there, I'm not sure why, but Min popping out as well. He was just going to take down much of his army as possible, and then of course you can use his step riders. But look at this guy, he's so, well, there's no step rider, but so few HP, he's just going to die so fast. And yeah, he's just trying to stay out of range with cannons, but using his range as much as possible. You can use his range a little bit more, especially the arquebusiers with 20 range. The cannons of course have 28 range, so he has to be really, really careful there. But the Wonder, that is the oh yeah, that porcelain tower. No, wait, not porcelain tower, it's the thing that makes disciples. I'm not sure what it's called, guys, sorry. You get 10 disciples from it, I believe, when you age up, and your hero gets a little bit stronger, and your hero disciples get stronger as well. Interesting choice for a 4th age up. I mean, what a disciple's gonna do versus Ashikaru with melee resistance, I'm not sure, but okay. There you see his hero now 2300 HP, but it has not. Okay, the disciples, he lured kind of the army towards the village. Yeah, that was very nicely done. And then he set his home shipment point to the village, so that his disciples could immediately take out the cannons. And now he's shipping 10 arquebusiers from the second age. Why not wait for the 21 Chukonus then for the 4th age? Maybe he prefers the range. Okay, that's an option. And now he can deal with this because, of course, he gets the 1 rocket out, by the way. But also because he now... this rocket comes quite late. I believe it was earlier in the last game. Anyway, the range of these arquebusiers will, of course, be able to deal with the range of these Ashikaris for sure. But now more Yumis got to be mixed in. And Yumis, of course, 18 range. And Yumis 27 attack. I mean, even if you can snipe off a little bit with your 20 range, these units are just gonna die instantly like flies. I mean, Yumi's just crazy attack. GoodSpeed still in the 3rd age. He hasn't shipped his Yumi attack card yet, else it would be 27 damage or so. But there's 1 cannon, and that's gonna be nice here. Yumi, what was I looking for? This is still on attack. No Yumi attack card. Consulate I was looking for. Yes, it is on Japanese now. So 10% attack increase as well. But no daimyo yet, no Yumi card yet. But now that Shmras is in the 4th age, he can definitely go for this other composition called Chukonu Pikeman, called AK OP. Because if you really get a good mess out of that, and also able to get the old hand reforms, that's discard, it's going to be really, really hard, by the way, because GoodSpeed is a good job doing at pushing in here. But if Shmras is getting to that, to old hand reforms, with the food that he has, then he really, really has a strong army available with Chukonus just kind of owning everything. However, if GoodSpeed is going for a lot of Yumis and mixing in Naginata as well, I would really like to see him adding a stable here, to be honest. Then he can, of course, still deal with that because he has the mass available. And China so far has the 4th age but doesn't have the mass. What he really has as a nice thing, though, by the way, is that hero of 2300 HP, soon catching up there, now already at 1600. And China just has to stay defensive here. He doesn't need to push out, he just has to defend. Get his units together, getting a lot of wood though. But that's again the problem. He can stay defensive, but he has no food available. He didn't even herd this herd towards his town center when it was when he killed the shrines. That's actually a misstep there, because he also can't really get food there, so he kind of denied the food. Here we're gonna soak up a lot of shots, but this rocket is gonna get killed. And yeah, if GoodSpeed keeps up this spam, then it's really gonna be hard for Shmras to get to this point where he can really excel with these Chukonus combination. Rocket will get off 1 more shot there, quite nice. Okay, the hero trained disciples right before he died, but the cannon is taken out now by the heroes. Yumi card sent for 20 range now, and that is actually a very OP card as well for Japan. I'm talking about the Chinese old hand reformers being OP, but China, of course, I mean Japan has very strong units. Okay, Pikeman, why do you ship Pikeman and not Chukonus? Okay, because you want to put them in cover mode and soak up a lot of damage. That is an option. Though, if you also upgraded the Chukonus to disciplined Chukonus, I would really prefer Chukonus, to be honest. But okay, he is going back for now. What I was trying to say is that if the Japanese guy has shipped the card for Yumis, that is the way of the bow, will increase their range to 20. That means that Yumis have the same range as a skirmisher, as the arquebusier. But as you see there, it has 23, now 27. He also shipped the Yumi card, 27 damage and the same range. Just insane. They're just gonna destroy everything. Even cavalry if it comes in, because they're already gonna target from a 20 range onto cavalry, so they will get off 1 or almost 2 shots without doing melee damage, so 2 shots before the cavalry even gets to them, because they have quite a good rate of fire. Anyway, these shrines are now being taken out. That's a good choice, of course, so that he will gather food here again. Although he's still not gathering food, he's still getting a lot of wood. GoodSpeed now pushing in from this angle here. I'm really not sure why he's not mixing in any cavalry, to be honest. I mean, Yumis are very good, and if you have a good mass of them, they will deal a lot of damage. But if you mix in some cavalry, and now he has these pikemen. Why are you not gathering food yet? What are you doing with all the wood? He already made 3 houses. Why so much wood? Going for a trading post? No, not the best option. Not sure what he's trying to go for. GoodSpeed has a nice army there, though the Ashikaru is not the best at this point. 2 rockets, 3 rockets available. Okay, wait, the 3rd rocket came from the Confusion Academy, but the other 2 rockets were shipped, of course. And look at these rockets flying over there, and that's also why you needed cavalry earlier on to take out these skirmishers before the pikemen arrived, in my opinion. But anyway, he's gonna stick to Yumis, and that's gonna work also. if you're gonna make a lot of Yumi still, you can still take this out because you just have the OP units and the advantage of the big mass. However, the longer this goes, the more of an advantage this is for Shmras. As we see now, the scores are even at this point. The longer this goes, the better it is for Shmras. Oh, he's gonna lose his daimyo! No, he barely saves it. Whoa, that was really close. By the way, I also like to have my daimyo always in the back of my army, of course, that you still boost their hit points, but that you get them on defensive position, that they will not automatically go into the opponent, but that you only boost it, not attack. I'm not sure why the pikemen are not in the cover mode now, because they finally are in cover mode, so they will take a lot more damage. And you see that Ashigawas with a good base damage, 37 more than the Yumi, of course, will take out these cannons now. But there are a lot of units, of course, being focused here by Shmras on the Ashigawas as well. And so far, 2 cannons still alive. Not the best focus firing because he's target firing both cannons. He should be focus firing 1 cannon first. And he gets 1 more shot off. No, yes, no, no more shot. So that means that Shmras has to go back here because he has to deal with this army, and that's going to be quite hard here. But he's now indeed going to stick to this Chukanu pikeman composition. However, he doesn't have the old hand reforms yet, as we see in the stats here. Until he has the old hand reforms card sent, which costs 1k food, by the way. Until that point, his Chukanus are just decent but not that good. Only when he has that card they're going to be really, really good. And now he's going to push out on this food here, so you have to be very careful. You can kind of use these houses to switch the villages from house to safety here. Oh, another town center being made. That was what the wood was for. And there we have a look at this, the nice shipment of 24 Chukanus. And that's how we like to see China. Both civilizations in the 4th age, actually GoodSpeed in the 3rd age, but Japan is quite OP, but China in the 4th age as well. So this is also a nice battle always. It is going to be harder for GoodSpeed to deal with this though, I feel. Still a lot of Yumi being made, as by now of course he also did this Bushidu's principle, so that he can make 10 by 10 Yumis from 2 Rexes, 20 at a time if he has the resources. I like with the British consulate to increase the HP of Chukanus, and also of course now to ally with the British consulate has the option to get this thing out, this army with the cannon. And now the cannon is always nice versus Yumis, of course. He's probably afraid of Naginatas popping out, so that's why he's probably saving his cavalry this time instead of just letting it go in cover mode, taking up damage. I would say so. But these, he still hasn't sent, he upgraded them to Honored Chukanus, but he hasn't sent the Honored Chukanus, by the way. This is 750 gold, 750 wood upgrade, not too much, as we know it by 1500 wood, 1500 gold for European civilizations. It definitely makes them quite a lot better, but he hasn't sent the old Hun reforms yet. And when that happens, you have to watch his statistics there. It's like 12 range attack times 3, of course, because they shot 3 times, and like 200 HP or something. And then you still have additional cards to even increase your Chukanu army even more in their statistics and get it even stronger. Another daimyo being shipped there. You have 1 for attack, 1 for HP. Now, of course, the Yumis are moving out of range, both, but they will be able to take out the cannon. We'll get off on the second shot. Oh, he barely... That is a misstep here by GoodSpeed. He should have left 3 more Yumis or so to just die, but take out the cannon at least. Now he has 3 HP left, so that is something he has to be very careful with. As you see here now, both increased the HP to 135 and the attack to 30 by these 2 daimyos here. Of course, 1 daimyo is from the 2nd age, 1 is from the 3rd age. GoodSpeed not aging yet. If you take a look at buildings quick, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 shrines, so he does have the max, okay, 13 shrines. So he doesn't have the max amount of shrines still, maybe 14, I missed that, I'm not sure. So he can build 20 shrines at max, so he doesn't have the max economy that actually Japan can get at this point. I would actually like him to see, for example, build 1 more shrine here, 2 more here and 2 more there, get the max amount of 20 and get the best economy as you can in the back of this. However, he might be looking for an option to age, because at this point it's going to be really, really hard to deal with this army, as you see again. The Shmras now has an infinite shipment of 2 rockets, so he ships these 2 flying crows again. Of course, one of also again from the Confusion Academy. So he has 3 rockets again. This is going to be really hard for Shmras to push in. So for GoodSpeed. So I think actually that he should be aging up, and I think seeing that he goes back, he might even be going for an age up anytime soon. Let me quickly see. Okay, yes, it is changed to food. That probably means that he's gathering gold somewhere. No, he's not. Okay. It should be changed to coin if he wants to age up, because he was all, of course, on food and wood because of the Yumi mass. And now he's gonna take out this shrine over there so that he can also gather resources there after these resources have run out. But he's just gonna go for the safe waste. Of course, the lucky thing for China and for actually any Asian civilization, yeah, the paddies only cost 400 wood, and then you can test them to to food like we have on mills for 400 wood. But you can also get them to gold, similar to the plantation we have as Europe. Yeah, okay, I'm European, but I mean plain European civilizations that you have making a plantation to get gold. But the plantation cost 800 wood, and the paddy test to gold cost only 400 wood. So that is nice. But on the other hand, he is just gathering wood and food now because he is only going for Chuko New Pikemen. Not the old Henry Reforms card yet. Of course, I was suggesting this earlier, but probably the investment in 1k food, having no units out, so also no shipment, and then using the old Henry Reform shipment is a little bit strong. Sorry, is a little bit expensive, even though it's very strong. So that's why he probably went for the normal upgrades first and have out the army first before getting to this old Henry Reform card. But I would really expect him now to anytime soon get it, because he has been safe for quite a while. Although Shmras has to be careful, because this mass that GoodSpeed has, he's not aging. He's having his shrines again on wood, and having now these two cherry orchards and plantations here on food. But the mass that actually, I think if he would age up and really upgraded his Yumis to honored Yumis, that would be so much better versus Shmras' army. And also if you mix in some Naginatas, I mean, you have so much infantry to take out the pikemen. If you mix in Naginata, you can just better deal with this army, I feel. But yeah, okay, he chose to go for a big mass here, and yeah, he is a good player, so we have to see how he's gonna pull this off. He will take out this shrine for sure if Shmras is gonna stay in this defensive position. But there's no problem. Can just build another house there. That's that shrine, by the way, but I mean house, of course. Taking out the hero, always nice, come build shrines, and then you get additional XP, but not gonna succeed in that. Okay, so a little bit of a stalemate here. GoodSpeed not sure if he wants to push in. Keep in mind that the Chinese guy doesn't have really like any good cavalry shipment in the 4th age. He can of course use these one, but that's very unlikely at this point. So he's probably gonna stick to his Chuko New Pikemen and stuff. And now also he took out this shrine, so maybe he should make a house here if he can still do so. 1, 2, 3, 5 houses. Oh, that's actually the max, I believe. 5 or 6 is the max, so he can't make another house then. But at least he's denying Japanese from getting more economy there. And of course later he can build for example a town center here or a tower, and then he can gather food here, Shmras it is. So 3 more shrines finally going off for GoodSpeed there. And Pikeman is also going to hunt shrines on this side of the map. There we have some in range. And actually he's now able to push GoodSpeed back. I would really expect GoodSpeed. Why is he not aging up yet? Finally we have the shrines on coin. That means that he will soon age up, gathering the food with his villagers and the coin with the shrines. That's the advantage of course of Japan. And now he will age up anytime soon. And then go for the honored Yumis, which are very, very strong. And 2 daimyos, and even can bring up the Tokugawa daimyo from the 4th age. But also I would really like to see him bringing out some either some cannons or some Naginata riders again. I don't really agree with the playstyle there, to be honest. So we have now honored Chukonus, and if you look at stats, 12 attack as I said, 234 HP, and that is the old Henry Reforms that have just been done. And now soon hell is gonna come upon GoodSpeed. World is going down, guys. Because this is an army that is so hard to deal with because of the stats of these units. And of course more and more Chukonu and Pikemen will be popping out. Okay, we see that GoodSpeed is maybe going for a raid here. Of course you can use your daimyos, they are quite fast. You can for example go here, pop out 10 Ashigarus and go raid with them and then go back. But we see that Shmras is already in position with some units able to deal with this. And now GoodSpeed putting his units back because he sees with the shrines that Shmras is advancing to him with his whole army. And 3 rockets as well. Bam, dead. No more shrines there. 3 more shrines here. So no more shrines on Shmras' map. 2 fewer shrines in total to really support the economy. And Shmras is now probably trying to push in before he ages. He ages with the Shogunate. That means you get 1 free daimyo right away. Daimyos of course boost units, but you also can train units from them near battle. Or when you for example want to go for raid. And they have another army going out to the side. Probably going to raid here, deal with shrines, etc. And these rockets of course dealing with the shrines as well. Where is the daimyo? Where's the daimyo? Oh, there's a daimyo. Masamune, we have Masamune, we have Mototada, and we have Kiyomasa. So there the big fight is going to come in. There is no cavalry from the Japanese guy. It means you can just put your pikemen in cover mode, so they will take up a lot of, still 273 HP. So if you put them in cover mode, they will take up a lot of shots from the Japanese guy. But still all the rockets are available, and look at this 285 siege damage. There's so much damage that they do with the 5 area, even 5 area. Look at this. So this is just going all good for Shmras actually. And yeah, this is looking okay. He will take this. It looks like all the infantry got out, and now he can also use his daimyos to take out these last units, because no infantry can take out the daimyos again. Although still 2 rockets available and doing so much damage. He is running away from the pikemen, but these daimyos can definitely, yeah, indeed do damage. I mean, this one has to be careful. He pull it back. Oh, he pulls it. He's gonna lose it. That's unfortunate. However, he has aced up with the shogunate. It is the wonder here, so that means that he can definitely make new daimyos again as he loses one. But the Chinese guy is going for the famous raid with pikemen Chukonu, sieging stuff, raiding on villages, doing anything you can to be annoying as possible. And from here on, I would actually say that China is gonna win this game probably. Some units in position. He also upgraded his Ashigaru together, of course, with his Yumi archers. 165 HP, 37 attack still. Of course, he misses one of the daimyos now, because these daimyos are all both. I believe both of these daimyos are increasing HP. The one that increases attack is not there at the moment; it's dead. Every daimyo has different abilities. So he kills a few villages there, and he's also going to kill maybe a Yumi there. These Yumis look quite cool, by the way, with their little matson or musk, how you call that? Not a helmet, but thing on their head anyway. Yeah, look at this. You're already massing a new army. Again, 2 cannons being shipped, of course, very nice. Why no Naginata? I would say that Naginata Yumi would probably be better, because you can at least lure some of the pike away, split up your army a little bit, and then try to come into the Chukonus or in the cannons with your Naginata riders. I feel that you can't just cut it with only Yumis. So we have another consolidate army there with the cannons and the musketeers, and oh, we have to be very careful. Stop here, stop here. Move in position. And 3 daimyos, 1 in front is going to be very careful. You see here that he already, oh no, he didn't remake his daimyo, he shifted Shogun Tokugawa. And that one is going to increase HP also by a lot, as you see there. They're kind of, you say that, adding up. So you have these 2 daimyos, they both increase HP, but they're not adding up. And then you have Shogun Tokugawa from the 4th age, and they will add additional HP to the previous HP boost. And that means that the Yumi has now 198 HP instead of 160 or something. And the last daimyo that's not in the mix there will increase the attack of Yumis to something, I'm not sure what, but will increase the attack. That's basically how Japanese works. Mixing in some Ashigaru still, maybe afraid of some cavalry, I'm not sure, because it's pretty obvious that China will stick to his Chukonu pikeman stuff. Anyway, this Chukonu is very nicely positioned here to deal with the villagers, not upgrade his villager hit point there, just upgrading, just not upgrading anything, I mean just gathering there. So very nice, deny anything from the gold mine there. And again pushing in with of course 3 rockets and a cannon, I mean why not? I have to keep an eye, by the way, on these stats, because there's still 1 or 2 cards available that Shmras can send to increase the stats of the Yumis, of the Chukonus even more. However, of course, at this time we prefer 2 more cannons when your cannons just died, because they will do better in battle than... whoa, 2 more cannons being shipped and 1 more from the consulate. It makes 2 for 6 of these huge cannons. And if the cannons have 28 range, so what does GoodSpeed need? Cavalry, but if there are too many pikemen, you need flaming arrows. You're not going to deal with all these cannons with just Yumis. If you have cannons of your own, flaming arrows, do kind of a good job versus cannons of your opponent. They are kind of a mixture of 12 range and cannons in one. And you really need to have cannons to deal with this unit, or for example Naginata from the back or something. By the way, the area damage also kills these poor animals, as you see there. There finally he adds cannons, and there you see he will, but the pikemen are now focused on the cannons, of course, same as these cannons, so he will take out 1, but not a second, and there we have GoodSpeed resigning. Yeah, well played by Shmras in defense all the way, but actually I don't really agree with the playstyle of GoodSpeed here, staying so long in the 2nd age and the 3rd age, sorry. Without really doing damage. He had the mass, but the basic thing of strategy is that if you don't do enough damage with your army, is no point of making that army. Then you can better go for either an economic advantage or an attack advantage. And attack advantage would either be upgrades or an age up to the 4th age. Then, for example, come with cannons or upgraded units. Because he had so many units over there, but he was just not really able to push into this with the rockets. So then if you see this and if you kind of estimate this happening, age up, or what he also could have done, mix in Naginatas earlier on to better deal with his army, because at some point he had like almost 2 groups of infantry units at over 100 units, but no cavalry. And at that point, I mean, I'm not sure exactly what the time it was, but at that point Shmras had like, okay, a nice batch of anti-cavalry, but not enough, and not even upgraded to the Old Henry form thing. So if you then have all this infantry firing on these pikemen, you can definitely take out the cannons with the Naginata and all the remaining arquebusiers and Chukanus as well. So I don't think that GoodSpeed went for the best choice there, in my opinion, for the best option. And that means that Shmras will now take this series will lead this series with a 2-1. There we have it. Okay, so a little update there from H2O. If I said ability, then I didn't mean ability, but I meant the thing that they, the ability actually the ability that I meant is they have some of them boost HP and the other boost attack. That's the ability they have, and of course they can train units. And the Shogun provides indeed HP, as he says, and the other ones provide attack.
LOL! I am ROTFL! LOL! I am ROTFL!
Okay, so thanks for clearing it up. I thought that there was one additional daimyo, whatever you call it. Wait, scoreboard. So, where's scoreboard? I thought there was. To just clear this up for a moment. Thanks for pointing out H2O. Of course, our Japanese expert. He also has a guide, by the way, which you definitely should check out. The ability that I mean is that they have, of course, the ability to train units, and they will boost HP or attack depending on the daimyo. However, I made a mistake there. I thought that the daimyos, that there were 3 daimyos available before the 4th age Shogun one, and I thought that one of these 3 also boosted HP, but it turns out that they all boost attack, and they don't stack. Indeed, they don't stack. but I thought that and the fourth H1 is the Shogun, and that one provides an HP boost. So they don't stack. Okay. Then maybe he sent on the card, but at some point it looked like the Yumi had quite different stats. Yeah, the hunts are out of range for both players, so that's kind of shitty. So let's just quickly rehost there. Okay, I'm still hungry, guys. So, for anyone that just tuned in, let me give you another welcome message here. We are still playing the PK TD tournament. This is the quarterfinals, the last one in fact. Sunday is today, the last day of this round. And we have at the moment a GoodSpeed duking it out with Shmras for a spot in the semifinals. Previously we have Garya advancing over Cho, HO advancing over Nagayumi, and Boneng advancing over Kelvis. And this is of course a BO7, so the first one to take 4 games will win and advance to the semifinals next round. This is going to be a Ottoman versus Iroquois. Again, we've seen this a couple of times. On New England, not that much actually. I still have this one game in mind. I think it was Boneng versus some guy who played Iroquois. Spadel. I think, yeah, Boneng Spadel, that was the one. How did that go? Quickly, it was actually a very interesting game. I would definitely recommend you to check it out on my YouTube. I'll give the link later. Anyway, what Boneng did was kind of a... Was Salento? Not sure. Anyway, the Ottoman player did kind of a push with Janissaries and Emma's guns. And the Iroquois was going for a fast forward and was really close at that point. Because the Ottomans almost succeeded in fully surrounding the town center, but it was a very nice micro going on by Spadel. I believe it was him. And he managed to use the town center villages and the musket riders from the stables that pop out and the musket riders from the town center to really micro his way back into the game, and eventually he won the game as well. That was very, very entertaining. Anyway, regarding the map here, this looks very balanced. We have 2 gold mines here, one there a little bit up front, not the best for Ottomans to be honest, but one in the back, and there we have one up front but not so far for Iroquois, and one in the back. Regarding food, we have one hunt, starting hunt there, second one, third one, fourth one a little bit further, first one, second one, third one, and the fourth one is also a little bit further, so it looks quite okay. Already a skirmish going on over sheeps, of course. The GoodSpeed hero here found the sheeps, and of course Iroquois has better unit, better hero, and especially if you bring your converted rifleman with it. 40 attack is so much that you just have to run from it. If Shmras had his crack shot available, I guess not, because he probably used it on getting 60 wood treasure. But if he had the crack shot available, he can of course take out the converted guardian from GoodSpeed right away. But we see that GoodSpeed now has 160 food in treasures, and that is actually very, very nice. It's quite a nice boost there. So basically on this map, both of them took a trading post. That's of course standard. However, standard as in if you're not Boneng, because if you are Boneng you don't take a trading post, but you go for a sea boom here. Shmras not doing that. Shmras really likes his fast fortress. Given this map and the trading line here, trading post line, I think that Shmras wants to go for a fast fortress as well. There is still the option to go for Emma's gun Janissary, what we see a lot. However, on this map I don't like it as much as, for example, on Great Plains. You have a little bit more time because of the distance. and you can even wall off a little bit. Also, Ottoman still can go for C later on if they choose to, if they really want to, if they need to, in fact. But yeah, Fortress 8 give you some nice options. And then again, the Iroquois, we have to see what he can do, because he can go for the standard pressure, so to say. But actually, a fast fortress for him is also probably the preferred option, given the circumstances here. There's still another 80 foot available there, by the way. And the GoodSpeed also got 95 wood. Whoa, man, he's really on track with the treasures. He will now get 2 dogs, Shmras that is, and then he can get this 135 XP that he already scouted with the villager. I'm not sure why this villager is so far out. He's already bringing in this hunt over there, while he still of course has D-zone available. And of course he is aging, then you can do it, then you don't waste time on getting a slower age up. GoodSpeed is hiding in the trees, but he's probably waiting for a convert or something. Oh, his hero is quite low HP after this 95 wood treasure. But he has of course 80 foot here available. So both aged up, and there we have a defensive warhead protecting the pond as well, in case Shmras wants to ship any frigates or stuff like that later on. So GoodSpeed will definitely go for a fast fortress, and Shmras 400 wood age up. I think it's the good option. The tower here of course has an advantage in that you can kind of guard your pond and a little bit of map control. On the other hand, as we discussed several times before, the 400 wood age up gives you so much of a better setup ready for the third age that it is really the preferred option. There you have a 700 coins, so he's going for the fast fortress. But if you have 400 wood combined with the 700 wood shipment that comes afterwards, you will get a good setup ready. The house is ready, even a second trading post if you want to go for it, and of course Janissaries upgraded, cost 200 wood, and making the racks, etc. He picks up the 135 XP, that's nice, and he will also maybe... No, he's gonna... Oh, is he? Then he has to wait for his shot. Not sure if he used his shot on the... No, okay, he's going back. He's gonna maybe get his 80 XP over there. Shmras there, GoodSpeed also shipping his coin. Of course, Iroquois has only 600 coin available, so he has to get a little bit more. On the other hand, he got already 100 additional coin there from the age up with the I think it's a wise woman. The one that he chose, not the fast one, but the normal one. So there's 60 wood going to be taken there by... yeah, he's with 15 villagers, okay. Going to be taken there by Shmras. And now going to do a little bit of scouting with his doggies. Okay, this actually is still very nice, a Coureur de Bois treasure. And maybe even GoodSpeed is going for it. Oh, that would be really crazy. Oh, he's going for the training post of Shmras. Okay, Shmras, there you have it, 700 wood by the way. The racks up, houses up. And I would really expect him actually... The thing is, you are not directly popped if you go for a trading post, but it really gives you another XP boost that I would really like as Ottoman if I play it. You can also go for the more Janissaries, cannons, wait for Mamelukes and then attack strategy, and then you really need your houses, but up to that point you get a lot of XP if you go for another trading post early. But that's of course also personal preference. GoodSpeed is not taking this treasure yet. He could have taken it before, I think. Convert one, shoot the other ones with the outlaw riflemans. And I would really like to see Shmras using his correct shot on these heroes, on these convert guardians, as he's doing now. Okay, he waited for it. Okay, was that a delete or did he use the correct shot? I think that was quite fast. I think he used the correct shot ability and had of course the forest prowess in the back, and that kind of altogether probably immediately killed these doggies. I think that must have been the case, but it looked quite weird at that point. Some Janissaries made of course, but yeah, what do you do versus forest prowess? Shmras also has stable up, by the way. There's of course a Travar going to be converted in stable standard stuff there. So Shmras aged up with the 4 hussars, and that means that you can push in, but it looks like he's now going to just buy time. What he's now going to do, he should push in. He now needs to buy time. He has to. Well, you don't want to lose trading post, so he has to go in. Okay, he's probably careful of too many of these forest powers, but that means that he's going to lose trading post. That's very unfortunate. I thought for a moment that he would buy time. He still has Janissaries available. If you send in your hero first, you still have 4 hussars available. I'm actually surprised that he should have... For sure he would have gone one more XP, because you see that Travar just passed here. And now, only now, are the musket riders there. So he definitely had time to do some damage and at least get 1 more XP. And do some damage on this army. Not sure if I agree. Maybe Shmras was thinking that the dragoons would already be in place. Of course, the time window you got is really, really small. So I'm of course, as an observer, able to see this whole map. He is obviously not. Anyway, the Coureur de Bois is now saved by GoodSpeed here. And 2 cannons being shipped. Okay, that's quite early with only a few Janissaries available. That's a little bit risky, but GoodSpeed not moving out so far, so that's okay. We see a raid coming in, but that is probably barely spotted by the house line of sight. Of course, house line of sight increases when you age up. No more animals there. Where is he gathering food then? Oh, there's just a few on food. Okay, we look like we have a battle here. And cannons in position, but this is really something he has to be very careful with, because there are so many musket riders. He might be able to just go into there. I think yes, I would just go into there. Just spread out the forest prowlers, going first, go to the back with the dragoons. And oh, he leaves his cannons all alone. Oh, and the dragoons are attacking the villager, not the cannon. What is going on here? If the dragoons would have run straight past this, shoot once, run further, shoot once, move all the way to here, shoot the last shot, they would have definitely taken out 1 or 2 cannons. Then of course your forest prowlers would now have been weak to their size, but okay. I definitely think that he could have done a little better and at least take out 1 cannon or at least some HP of the cannons. And of course Janissaries are way too much up front here because there are all the forest prowlers here. And the cannons are still a bit out of position there. He didn't manage to get off the crack shot. He was throwing his rifle there in the air, trying to get off the crack shot, but not succeeding there. Yeah, GoodSpeed is actually he's just fine with waiting here. And Shmras doesn't really want to push out until he has his cannons in a good position. I would put my cannons in the shooting mode, like he's doing now, and then slowly move forward to try to pick off any forest prowlers where the Janissaries are still protecting and not so far to the back. Imagine if GoodSpeed would have just run in with his dragoons there, with the cannons being so far away from the Janissaries. And again here, he can just pass by it. This is really weird. I'm not sure if the building placement is messing up his pathing with the cannons, but this is really bad from Shmras, the micro, and what he's doing with his cannons there. So yeah, already 1 cannon down. That means from here is only going to go downhill. Shmras might be waiting on his Mamelukes, but of course not going to be anytime soon. He has no trading post left. He's only making Janissaries. That means that he has no resources available for other stuff. And again, he's going to go nicely to the side and take out the cannon. Yes, you should take it out. Okay. And now you have forest prowlers for his Janissaries, and of course that's not a battle you want to take any time of day with Janissaries. He's going to take the hero out. That's good. These guys are going to raid, I like it a lot. They're not going to be used versus Janissaries, you don't want to waste HP on them. And these forest prowlers can just use their range, 20 range compared to 12 here, to take out the Janissaries and micro it out like that. And of course these mantles, I like them a lot, the shipment. Take up so much HP, absorb so much damage with their HP. Yeah, and this is actually what can Shmras do. He has 2 cannons already sent. He has of course 5 Abyss guns still and the 5 Hussars. But yeah, 5 Hussars aren't going to do much versus all these goons. And the Abyss guns probably not going to be that helpful either, so he can of course ship them. And he probably doesn't have the gold available. Where are his villages? 10 are in the town center, 2 are there, 1 is there. And 1 or 2 or 3 are dead. So yeah, 70 villages. So there are more in the town center actually. Okay, there he has 5 Abyss guns shipped. But really, with the 20 range and the amount of force powers that he has, he actually can just go still. Okay, you don't want to go too far into this. This is not good. This is not good. You take way too much damage with the dragoons here. Not worth it. He takes down the Rex. That's definitely worth it. And now he can go back, because what has the Ottoman now? No trading post, no Rex. That means that he has to get 200 wood to get the Rex. He just shipped the Abyss guns, so he doesn't even have wood ready. Otherwise he could perhaps ship 81k wood or so. So this is definitely looking very nice for GoodSpeed. And yeah, he should be able to close this one out anytime soon. Finally all the villages out. If you notice, by the way, there were more than 10 villages in the town center all the time. I don't like it. I should have put them on water on the gold mine or something. It looks like he wants to go for Mamelukes and then do one last ditch effort there. Gathering 200 wood for the Rex is really going to be a very slow process. Then of course you still have to make Janissaries, and of course why do you need more Janissaries when there are so many forest powers out already? You don't have to guard any more cannons. So I think he's going just for Mamelukes with all the villages that he has, except these 3. And yeah, try to go for one last fight from there. And GoodSpeed actually kind of should know he has the game in his pocket by now. I mean, he has a good economic advantage. If you take a quick look here, then you'll be able to see that. Village count, 5 villages shipped of course, before he aged up after the 600 coin. And there you have 36 villages versus 18, 19. That's twice the amount of villages, and of course the upgrades as well, which they have with the market. So that's a very good economic lead. 1 trading post only, but he has still 1 trading post, and the Ottomans doesn't have his trading post. It's very nice that GoodSpeed pushed out the way that he did, because he took out the trading post of Shmras. However, if Shmras goes for a fast fortress like this, he might have been able, well actually he might have been better off taking a trading post here or here. because if you do that, that means that you will draw your enemy out of position if he wants to take out your trading post. And if he wants to go straight to you via the middle, you can either just defend a little bit more and wait for the right moment for you to go, or if he's taking out your trading post here, you can take out his trading post here or there. But now it's in the exact path towards your town center, so everything that's coming towards you will come to the will pass this trading post, and early on Iroquois has the advantage with the skirmishers and the dragoons until you have your cannons out. So it's probably not the best decision then to take this trading post. I would really have him seen taking this one, for example. He's trying to micro his Amazon as best as possible, but there's such a huge mess of GoodSpeed now, and I think the Mamelukes are coming anytime soon, but even they're not going to save it. Look how many dragoons there are here. Even some tomahawks mixed in, some kanyas mixed in. So this is going to be a game over there. Of course, hero being saved again, so again boosting the HP of the units here. And there we have a good game. Well played by GoodSpeed there. Not the best by Shmras. I'm not sure, like I said, if it was part of the pathing problem or just a little bit of a misclick here and there, but he didn't do the best with his cannons. Not shooting the best, not positioning the best, not guarding it the best, etc. And what I just covered here about the trading post. Ottomans without a trading post and without a Rex also, he did rebuild his Rex by the way, is just very hard. And I'm not sure why you rebuilt a Rex, to be honest, because like I said, versus dragoons and skirmishers, just Janissaries not gonna cut it. Okay, anyway, that was a rather quick game there. Well executed strategy there by GoodSpeed. So that means that we will go into a 2-2 there. So it's going quite even here for these guys. We have to see what's gonna happen. This was also a match where you can bet on, of course. I did as well. To be honest, I thought that GoodSpeed would be able to take it a 4-1 or 4-2, but that was actually the same idea I had from H2O in this previous match. It turns out that all these matches are quite a lot more equal than I and some others expected. But then again, as I pointed out on the earlier games, GoodSpeed didn't play... Yeah, he played good, but I felt he could do better here and there in these previous games, especially in the last one. But anyway, 2-2. So there we go into the fifth game. It is a BO7. It is still a BO7, of course. And that means we're now going to go into Yukon.
Yes.
And I alt-tapped again. That means I need to bring my scoreboard up for you guys. Yeah, I'm not sure about this map, and we really prefer to have everyone playing on the same maps, and also we know that the AGC maps are good. This map I don't know, so you of course want to make sure that you play on the map that is, has the most chance of having a balanced map regarding resources and stuff like that out. So Shmras now hosting to get this done. Looks like it's gonna be an Ottoman mirror. Okay, then we have GoodSpeed going for Japanese. Shmras going for Iroquois. Haven't seen any Iroquois from Shmras yet. From what I've understood, he can play it pretty good. Yeah, on Yukon, okay, Shmras changed to GoodSpeed changed to Ottoman because you don't really want to play Iroquois versus Japanese on that map. I mean, playing as Japanese. Okay. We have some Civ countering and stuff like that, of course. That's always gonna happen in these kind of situations. To be honest, I'm perfectly fine with an Ottoman mirror. Shmras as well, I know, but maybe GoodSpeed doesn't feel that confident in it. I'm not sure. So maybe we're gonna change again. Let me quickly eat another cracker here then. Okay, so guys, I will try to remember the things that you said in chat. Again, I'm here to stream for you guys. So if you have any feedback, of course, I will use it to improve the stream quality. So just let me know. Depending on the game, I don't always look at village account because it's sometimes too standard, but indeed in that Siberia game it could have been useful. I think I did one or twice, but maybe a little bit more there. So anyway, we have GoodSpeed still fighting Shmras, of course, for the place in the second finals, the second place in the semi-finals. And it is going to be an Ottoman versus Ottoman matchup. So both of them taking trading post. A GoodSpeed starting on top, luckily will mean that he gets the first XP right away. And Shmras will get it a little bit later on because this trading card has to follow this route, come back again, follow this one, and then end up here. So small advantage there. Regarding the map, one mine in front, one mine to the side, a little bit better for Shmras. Second mine there, second mine here is actually quite okay. Food, one that is kind of a noob hunt there. That really sucks. I hope he scouted it. Because this one is quite far, this one, but then again he has also... okay, this map just is a bit sucky for both actually. This one is quite far, this one is quite far, this one is quite far as well. But it's still a little bit closer to him than to Shmras, so it's a little bit of an advantage for GoodSpeed, but not that much. But the hunts, on the other hand, what we can... we have two options here. Because of these shitty hunts, they could go for an aggressive build. For example, Amazon Janissaries most likely. Take the map from there, pressure your opponent. On the other hand, on this map, you can also go for the tower age up, try to secure the map with that, because you can still age up quite fast, and then ship the age up with the 4 Abyss guns. If the other one is going for Abyss gun Janissary, ship a Janissary, etc. Or go for actually, as I covered before, the age up with the tower is not the best. The reason why I brought it up is because you might want to take some more map control here because of these shitty resources here. But it is not the preferred option because the standard age up with 400 wood and 700 wood in the meantime, the additional 400 wood gives you so much of a better setup that is actually much preferred. You have to see how they will play this out. We have seen, for example, it was a very nice game by the way, you guys should definitely check it out. I was about to post you my YouTube, but I've totally forgot it, so let's do it here. youtube.com/Venividivici, that is without an underscore. My Twitch is with underscore, this is without. There you can find all the videos from that I casted from the previous matches here from this tournament. And the video that I was referring to here was Charles versus Gaia on Saguenay. A very, very nice Ottoman mirror, very close, very lot of micro and positioning stuff going on there. And there you see that Abyss gun Janissary versus Abyss gun Janissary can be really entertaining. And that is something that you might end up seeing here, although I would still slightly lean towards the Fast Fortress option, to be honest. Also in that last game in Saguenay there was water here, there's no water to control with a tower or something like that. Although none of them went for a tower, they just went for an aggressive build to take the map. Which Gaia by the way won in the end and he played it pretty well. So he is... GoodSpeed will take the treasure. Oh wait, if... Actually, this was a little bit sloppy. I believe if Shmras... He was too late already, he was too far. If he would have shot... Sorry, if he would have shot twice on GoodSpeed, he would probably... Oh, he would have to shoot 3 times. He might have been able to just kill GoodSpeed before he took a treasure. But anyway, GoodSpeed took it. And Shmras killed GoodSpeed's hero. 300 coin available where Shmras can now work on freely. Hero was not that useful. If they quick look, other than that, actually GoodSpeed took 150 coin as well. That was why his hero was so low on HP. But Shmras hasn't taken any nice treasure yet. 400 wood edge up barracks in the back, 400 wood edge up barracks soon and also in the back. So that's going to be a fast fortress for both. And if Shmras will get this one, he's of course waiting now for his shot to reload. And then going to go for this one again, and that means GoodSpeed. He has no way to rescue his hero. He has to wait for some Janissaries to pop out later on to rescue his hero and scout again. That means also that he has no idea what Shmras is doing. He probably is guessing Shmras is going for a fast fortress. However, if Shmras would go for some kind of rush with Janissaries or maybe even mixing on Abyss guns and would really go for a forward base because of the fact that it was not scouted by GoodSpeed, it can really surprise GoodSpeed and it could really be really hard for him. Of course, Shmras aged with 400 wood, so he could still change it up based on what happened over here if he would want to. It's not like you can't change to Abyss Gun Janissary Rush anymore. Once you age up with the 400 wood, you can still go for those options. So he's working now on this one, shoot down the other bear, and look at this polar bear, by the way, 420 HP. So he's gonna take it out, not so much micro going on. Usually you see that he's gonna move towards the treasure while attacking the guardian. That means that you will take less damage in total, because now this guardian doesn't have to move. Otherwise you make use of your animation move, you hit, like what he's doing now, you hit, you run, you hit, you run, etc. Then you will take less damage in total. And of course lose less HP, and that sometimes can make a difference in such a high level game where everything is very, very close. And that can make a little bit of a difference than having a little bit more HP on your hero. Okay, we see that GoodSpeed is going for Abyss Gun Janissary after all. And Shmras is aging up, of course, and shipping now the 700 wood, and there we have one Rex being built. I think he's going for second training post. I would like to see him. He didn't do it last time, but that was versus Iroquois. Now he's playing versus Ottoman in a mirror matchup. The fact that he's going for Abyss, I'm actually not sure. I think there's no unit coming out. I think he's just aging up himself. But then maybe he wants to go for this Janissary Abyss Gun in the third. No, he's not. Okay. This is quite weird. I mean, if you would go for Abyss Gun Janissary, I would really prefer to take more map control and go for that earlier, so that you will then have a good mess out, because now you are in the second age. Church is nice, but soon Shmras is in the third age with the second training post. 3 Abyss Guns are gonna rescue 1 hero, by the way. So there, GoodSpeed. Okay, GoodSpeed edge up. Okay, so then it was indeed, with the 4 Abyss Guns, it was indeed to have a different setup ready. We've seen a lot of times that the Ottomans in the third age, if they are battling it out with each other, are gonna be... Okay, he found those Abyss Guns. That means that he... By the way, that means that he knows... Very nice scouting by Shmras. He saw 3 Abyss Guns. That could of course be the 4 from the age up, but it is not possible that these 4 from the age up, if you would leave 1 behind and 3 here, that they would be here already when GoodSpeed aged like 10 seconds ago. So he now knows that GoodSpeed has an artillery foundry up, so he can change the game plan from there. Anyway, GoodSpeed is now trying to go for this hero to just take it out. He rescued his own hero. But what I was saying is that oftentimes we see that it's Janissary with cannons versus Janissary cannons, and then there's some bit of micro going on. And that's why GoodSpeed is now trying to change things up a little bit. We saw Fart doing that a little bit earlier. Maybe GoodSpeed saw that as well. Fart also went for the Abyss Gun and went for Abyss Gun Janissary and tried to get an advantage by just having a little bit more of the Abyss Guns. But GoodSpeed here now in trouble, because Shmras has Janissaries upgraded as well, 8 with Hussars. And actually he can take this, I think. I'm quite surprised. I would take out these Abyss Guns the moment you can. He should definitely take this battle. There are only 5 Janissaries and you have 6 of yours. And you have 4 Hussars left. Because the thing is, once Abyss Gun get in a mass Abyss Guns, like 10 or more, then it's going to be really, really hard to deal with them. So if you can take them out anytime soon, I would actually really do that. I think Shmras made a mistake and should have taken it out. Anyway, Shmras took a second training post. GoodSpeed went for this artillery foundry, and if you can have the better Abyss Gun count, you will better be able to micro versus these Janissaries, and you can even take out the cannon. So Shmras going for the standard cannon Janissary stuff, and then GoodSpeed going for more of these Abyss Guns. I'm not sure if this BO is going all the way he wants it to go, to be honest, but okay, he has 5 Abyss Guns. 1 is low HP. He hasn't upgraded his Janissaries yet, so Shmras has upgraded Janissaries also. That's also an advantage. But then again, these Abyss Guns, of course, if you micro correctly, and GoodSpeed is certainly capable of doing so, you can really abuse their range and their attack. Micro it to the max. Oh, he has to be very careful. He's gonna lose 1 there. No, wait, GoodSpeed, what are you doing? What is he doing? Why is he not? Why is even Shmras engaging this now? Okay, GoodSpeed shipping 2 cannons. So he's going for no Janissary upgrade, 2 cannons, and some Abyss Guns there. But GoodSpeed will soon face the cannons of Shmras. There we have them. Oh. Okay, upgrades his Janissaries and he now has 5 Abyss Guns. And Shmras still has the option, of course, to ship his 5 Abyss Guns. And this is going to be really a cannon battle micro, where, of course, 5 additional Abyss Guns can be nice to pick up the cannons of your opponent, which he is, no, he's not going to do so. But Shmras has to be very careful, because these Abyss Guns, if they, for example, all hit 1 cannon once, then you only need one more shot from a cannon to take it out. But still, 2 trading posts is really benefiting Shmras more, I would say, than the Am's guns, because so far they haven't really made a difference yet for GoodSpeed. I believe he's not really... I would make a few more Am's guns then, actually. Oh, he's gonna lose an Am's gun in 1.5 there. Whoa, 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 this guy, he doesn't even have a left arm left. Or does he? 3 Am's guns left, no, 4.5 to this. Oh, actually 3 and 3 and a bit. Yeah, okay, this is looking better for Shmras, definitely. But there are not even more Am's guns coming out. What is... I'm not sure what GoodSpeed is doing here. I'm totally not sure. He made a few more Am's guns. He aids with Am's guns as well. And now he's making only Janissaries. But if Shmras just engages, at some point there will be a big engagement, especially if the cannons are down. If Shmras goes in with the Janissary advantage and the hussars that he has, he can even pick off the Abbas guns with a low HP with the Janissaries in range. If GoodSpeed isn't careful. One villager walking all the way up over there. I'm not sure if it was rallied by a town center, but now he's gonna bring in this herd. And now we have 5 more Abbas guns popping out. Okay. And he's now going to work on this trading post, it seems, with the cannon range that he has. But now Shmras is also putting his cannons into position. Of course, immediately moving back, that's very nice. You know that when your cannons have shot, you need to move back because you have some animation time that you have to deal with. So you can't really immediately shoot again. So you have to move back a little bit to make sure not your opponent's cannons come in and pick you off. While you can't shoot but are in range. Shmras not working on this end. I would like to see him bringing in this 101 villager, and would be all the way by his houses by now. Okay, yeah, the more Abbas guns he gets, the better it's of course going to get for GoodSpeed, because he also has enough Janissaries to guard his cannons. Let me take a look at the villager count, Spedel. No, I'm joking. Both have same amount of villages there. But 1 training post still for Spedel, for GoodSpeed. And 2 for Shmras. So if you take a look at XP, total experience is a little bit more only for Shmras. Of course, GoodSpeed also trains Abbas guns, which are more XP. Although Shmras has a little more XP in training as well. He has many more Janissaries. Interesting. Actually, it's now just a waiting game, because probably none of them wants to really engage in the other. And actually, the more Abbas guns GoodSpeed get, the better it's probably going to get for him. He doesn't even upgrade them because he doesn't need to. The fact that you have Abbas guns with 18 range and 40 siege damage is already going to cut it versus all these Janissaries. But I think that was what I was about to say. None of them really wants to engage until there's Mamelukes on the ground. And that is the advantage of the additional trading post. That's why Shmras should push out now, right away, as he's doing. Because the advantage of the second shipment is only lasting so long. And at some point, GoodSpeed will get the second shipment of Mamelukes, second shipment out as well, and the Mamelukes, and then you have no more advantage. So this is the point where Shmras should push in, and that's exactly what he's doing now. Ooh, has to be careful with cannons. He's gonna take quite some shots. Oh, he's just gonna move in. But where are the Mamelukes? If the Mamelukes would move in right away, okay, he takes out 1 cannon, and then he will also take out the second cannon because it was mismarked by GoodSpeed. Oh, very unfortunate there. This is not going how it should go. And now he will definitely take out this whole army. Janissaries being put in melee mode, you see the cavalry immediately put back. And meanwhile, all the time, while these Janissaries are moving between melee mode and range mode for these cavalry, all the Janissaries in the back, and of course 2 cannons will keep shooting. And you see how he's also trying to pick up some of these Abbas guns. I would really like to see 1 or 2 Mamelukes going to the back and work on these Abbas guns, to be honest, because they'll do so much damage versus all these Janissaries. Okay, this is. I kind of went with my talking there in that way already. I don't like the way that GoodSpeed set this up. Going for the Abbas guns is okay, but then you have to push out earlier. He was too defensive. And then you have the problem that your opponent, once you get enough Abbas guns out, you have an advantage. But 5 or even 7 or 8 at it at some point is okay. He did a little bit of a misstep there, losing 2.5 Abbas gun early on. But when your opponent has 2 trading posts, he will get his Mamelukes before you. And that means that he will be able to push out on you before you have Mamelukes. And then you have only your Janissaries and Abbas guns. But that is not something you can hold off. Even if he microed better, because he lost his cannons too easy actually to Shmras, even then it would still be very hard. So yeah, I just prefer a strategy that Shmras pulled off here actually compared to what GoodSpeed did. GoodSpeed also was catching up in resources. Did he have a market? No, no market yet. Okay. Oh, he shipped 1k coin there, of course, so that was why he was catching up. He was going to ship Mamelukes afterwards. Okay, so that means that Shmras now... Why is the scoreboard disappeared? Shmras now is up 3 to 3. No. 3. There we have it. 3 to 2 versus GoodSpeed. Quite a surprising result so far. Yes, I am there. Okay, that means we're gonna have indeed a Yucatan. I'm going to the bathroom as well. Be right back, guys. Yeah, indeed, I see some guys in chat pointing it out. Yeah, Ottoman is maybe not the hardest to play, of course. It's quite easy, but he did go for the better strategy, better choice here than in the GoodSpeed. And he did indeed micro his cannon janissaries very nice. He kept moving into them to be able to do a maximum amount of damage, not having idle units there. Also with his cavalry, he was attacking in a horizontal line. That means that he of course got hits with all his cavalry, but as soon as too many janissaries were put in melee mode by GoodSpeed, he immediately moved his cavalry back, while still in the back of that the janissaries and cannons dealt a lot of damage. So his cav micro was indeed very nice there. Okay, we have an Iroquois mirror coming up, perhaps. The other cast doesn't have a delay. Oh, that's quite silly, because I was asked to have a delay for anti-cheat and stuff. GoodSpeed is always green, but Shmras now is yellow, so yes, I will change that for you. I can't even read your name. Please think about your color as well. So Shmras is quickly, because the game is starting, Shmras is yellow. So let me fix that, guys. Okay, so we're gonna jump quickly into this last, no, not last, sorry, well, maybe last, but it is the 6th game of this match, BO7. If Shmras wins it, he will win it 4-2. If GoodSpeed wins it, it's gonna be tied 3-3, and then we have a final decisive match as the 7th match that will be, played on Painted Desert. It is gonna be a Iroquois mirror. Yeah, that is of course both gonna go for. Okay, wait a second. This. Why GoodSpeed goes for the middle trading post? It's not Great Plains. Okay, that is really surprising to me. If you are Yucatan here and you start on top, you will miss your trading post XP anyway. If you start on the bottom and you build it right away, you will get it, as you see here. If GoodSpeed would have built over here, he would get on his first XP. Now he built the second trading post, and that means that he won't get his first XP. On the other hand, Shmras gets it now first earlier than his, because when the trade route comes up again here, it will walk past the trading post of Shmras earlier. However, it might indicate that maybe GoodSpeed wants to go for 2 trading posts. That's why he's also taking that one now. That could be an option. We'll have to see how it plays out, or it was just a mistake, miscalculation, whatever, that he thought he would get the second, he would get the XP fast if he builds a trading post in the middle. I believe this matchup can be played in 2 ways. The aggressive one, taking map control, but on the other hand, you are facing your exact mirror, of course, because you play this exact same civilization. And that means that the other guy has the same shipments available as you. So if you go for an aggressive map control position with your warhead to take map control, then you have you should really adapt to it accordingly if your opponent does the same. So if you go for an aggressive map, then you should if you go for an aggressive warhead placement, you should play aggressive as well, otherwise you might get outspent by your opponent. On the other hand, the probably best thing to do here is going for a semi-FF. Or an FF actually, because none of the civilizations are really water civilizations, so you don't have to be afraid of a water boom. If he's gonna rush you and place the ward, for example, over here, if we talk from GoodSpeed's perspective, then you still have resources available to age. You have a warhead in defense. The map is quite long. It's going from here all the way to there. The rush distance is thus long, and then again, if you age up, you have a perfect defense ready usually. And if you age up, you have access to dragoons and skirmishers, and you can completely kill the army in the second age of your opponent. Not to mention all the nice additional shipments that you have. So, probably a semi-FF, so the FF thing I think is what we're gonna see here. GoodSpeed is working on this treasure here. He already rescued 1 pirate, which is there, and he now rescued his second one. Very nice, of course. And soon he will get the 3rd one there and also get that 235 coin. Or will he go for it right away by using the pirate first to attack this one? His hero is on low HP, so you don't want to take the damage with your hero, so I think he might be using the pirate to attack it. He will be able to get it down. You can also just wait for it to be, for now the convert to be ready. Meanwhile, Shmras got 100 food somewhere, so he converted a crocodile or so. Okay, he's gonna bring in both his herds. What did he convert there? Or did he already lose it? House for Shmras being there, nice line of sight, like the house positioning. Shmras aging up with the fast age up. And Shmras aging up with the fast age up as well. There we have the warhead of GoodSpeed, protecting his trading post, of course, and the warhead from Shmras is going to... Okay, because this is happening here, both of them have a warhead very close to each other. That means GoodSpeed barely saw this, so he changed his warhead position to there. Oh wait, Shmras is already there to attack it. GoodSpeed will, however, get this coin, and that is not so much useful at this point. However, you can, of course, if you have a market, you can trade coin for wood and have it useful there. But Shmras is now damaging the warhead of GoodSpeed a lot, because GoodSpeed is still waiting at this treasure, trying to take it, and he's now finally bringing both his pirates to here. But actually, I would rather siege it a little bit more. We have to see how this is going to play out. 4 Kanyas already on the way for Shmras, no marker, so this is really going to be a hard rush, and he's adapting to it, I think, at the way he shoot. Warheads so close together, both going for map control, then you probably want to be a little bit more aggressive. Yeah, GoodSpeed has now the coin, so I have to see what he's going to do there. I would be really surprised if he would go for Fortress, to be honest. And he has no market yet, so the coin is no use so far. Kanya is coming in for a raid, won't kill the villager, they are back on time. Nice herding there by GoodSpeed, all the villagers around his base. Same actually here for, well, actually more in the back there for Shmras. Where's the other hand? Okay, the herding was a little better for GoodSpeed. Or the herd was a little bit better, maybe missed that. Anyway, Kanya battle here now. Nice micro going on. We see that he has the hero, that means that he has a little advantage and now the pirates can come in. We see that the advantage went to Shmras, partly because of micro, also because he got his hero there and he got a crack shot off on the Kanyas of GoodSpeed. So he has now 2 Kanyas left and one has 8 HP, that's kind of dead as well. Anyway, Hyena's being made a very logical choice here. Because the other guys have so many hyenas, you won't early on you won't be able to take down the hut anyway, because you don't have enough siege damage for that, and the other guys units as well. So then you preferably want to go for hyenas, because they will live longer, don't take as much damage from a war hut, and also don't take as much damage from other units because of their range resistance. So treasure here, 70 wood, gonna be taken by Shmras. He's gonna ship his 5 tomahawks. I would actually much prefer the hyena shipment. I'm not sure why he would do that. Because in this big infantry war, it's going to be more important what kind of infantry you have to counter the other one than to have tomahawks available to siege something, because you're not going to siege his war anytime soon because it's a mirror matchup. So interesting choice, and there you have a market. So because he built the market, he can now trade this 200 coin also for wood or food or whatever he wants to, or do an upgrade or both. He is going to lose his trading post, that's very unfortunate. He can't do anything against this because he doesn't have enough hyenas out. He has these tomahawks, they are just useless. Otherwise, he would be able to at least do some damage here and at least poke in. You see that this that's the stupid thing, by the way, about the war. I'm not sure if you caught that, but one of the arrows, like every 10th arrow or something, or actually that one again, misses his target. That one misses his target as well. What the fuck? That's really crazy. He missed twice, like shooting 15 times, twice he missed. Stupid arrows, stupid Indians, they can't even fire straight. Anyway, he was now pushing a little bit, but that's just too aggressive. Okay, GoodSpeed now also made hyenas, and now he shipped his hyenas as well. Now he's gonna push into Shmras, and that is actually interesting. Shmras went for the stable, so he has now a little bit less units out, so he has to be really, really careful. He got off the corrections from the hero. I hope that his war hut is really focus farming on the Kanyas. But GoodSpeed, of course, had a stable up himself, and he made now some Kanyas, so now he can take out this warhead. But of course, he has no trading post left. What you see is GoodSpeed just trying to do as much. Shmras trying to do as much as he can. He doesn't really want to engage in this army, but he wants to pick off as many units as he can with the range that he has. Not really committing to it, but yeah, trying to do as much damage while his warhead is going down. As also with his 24 siege attack with the pirates, by the way, 3 pirates there. And he will lose his war hut, and that is very unfortunate. Not sure what he shipped, if he shipped 600 wood or not. Okay, interesting for GoodSpeed went a little bit earlier for the stable, and thus he got out his Kanyas earlier, and thus he was able to fight Shmras with the Kanyas, because Shmras had a lot of hyenas there available, so Shmras couldn't engage in that. Now he has to gather all the wood because he has to get another war hut up. And his herds, yeah. He has still hurt in the back there, GoodSpeed that is. But Shmras hurt, I'm not sure if it's back hurting, he already tried to hurt it once and he's now going to hurt it for a 3rd time. And this hurt, of course, also not the best position, so there he has 1 hurt left, this one. I'm not sure why are you gathering berries when you have a hurt that's so close to your town center? That's just stupid. I mean, even without market upgrades, GoodSpeed by the way has a market, and now we see 600 wood being shipped by Shmras. Even if you have... stupid scoreboard. Even if you have no market, food still gets faster from animals than from berries. So why do you not focus on these animals instead? You see now already a 10 score gap, and there's a 2nd ward going to come up by Shmras. No raiding to buy time. Maybe he's just too scared if he's going to raid that he's going to lose his whole army, because GoodSpeed will then definitely push in. That is a good point there. And look at GoodSpeed's army. 9 minutes in the game. No trading post, but very nice army here. And that means that he's also going to lose his stable. There you have 5 Kanyas popping out now, but oh, these are on the side of the tomahawks, not the best engagement there. They are immediately going to get caught by the tomahawks, and there we have the Kanyas now trying to deal with this, but there are just too many units for GoodSpeed at this point. Can he call the big button one? I don't think he has it yet. The 5 tomahawks from the town center, kind of Minuteman thing. But there's just so many units around here. Even the pirates take up a lot of shots from the hyenas as well. And did GoodSpeed already use his correct shot? I believe he did, but it's just game over. Not enough units out. The wrong unit choice. Actually, GoodSpeed probably shipped the 600 wood. I have to take a look at the post game in a minute. Now he's going to use his villages, but that's probably not going to cut it. He has to be really careful not losing 1, losing 2, losing 3, losing 4, 5, no, 5, yeah, I think, well, no, this is just something else. Yeah, this is just game over. Yeah, well played by GoodSpeed, but I have to take a look at the post game in a second. 5 tomahawks now, finally. Still a lot of hyenas in the back, but look at how much these 3 pirates, by the way, that GoodSpeed converted, how much HP they have, how much siege damage they had and added, how much unit fire they absorb. Okay, GoodSpeed wins that one, good game. So if we take a quick look at the post game, we see that regarding wood here, GoodSpeed indeed sent his wood quite early, and that made him able to build a stable and also some extra additional kanyas and the houses, of course. You don't have to get the wood. Wood is very slow. Shmras built the stable from the wood that he gathered and the additional 70 wood that he got in the treasure. Later on, he shipped the 600 wood, and that's something I don't really like. If you want to go for a stable, use your 600 wood shipment, maybe take a risk like GoodSpeed did here. And you can also maybe rebuild your ward if you lose it. But if you gather the wood for a stable and then want to make units, you don't have enough resources available. So you definitely need to make a stable from the 600 wood. And that's actually, I think, the biggest mistake, because you just saw that Shmras for a moment had no more units. He had a stable up, but no more units. And he also had no 600 wood shipment yet, so he couldn't even get his second warhead up. And that's something you can really see in... he shipped the 5 villagers too early. You should ship 600 wood. If you're safe, you can ship 5 villages after. But first put on the pressure, especially if you go for such an aggressive strategy as he did. If you take a look at the military unit population, you see here that this is just stagnating here. Shmras not making any units here, not making any units there. And here also just 1 or 2 units additionally out compared to what Shmras was making with the 600 wood crates that he got from his from what he shipped. So definitely the better option here by the better choice by GoodSpeed here in the end for the BO. So there we have now, it's a 3-3 there. So that means that we go all the way again. We have 4-3 Garga, 4-2 Bonang versus Kelvis, 4-3 H2O versus Nagayumi, and now we have a 4-3 again, GoodSpeed versus Shmras. Well, 4-3 for whoever that still has to be decided, but I mean, a lot of close games actually, a long series, and a little bit closer than I expected, to be honest. I thought GoodSpeed would be able to take it 4-2 or something, but yeah, Shmras playing well, and is now going to come up to the 5th game, and GoodSpeed won with Iroquois in the last one, and with what did he win with before? He lost the Ottoman mirror, so he can go for one of the lamer civilizations like Ottoman Iroquois, I believe. He is going for British. Keep in mind, by the way, it is now 1800 here. That means it is 6 and 2 or 3. It's like 3 AM in Japanese time, so it's getting quite late for Shmras as well. It might affect his gameplay a little bit. Now again, I have to update these colors. They're giving me a hard time here. So GoodSpeed green, as he will probably go green, as we always go green as Dutch guys. And Shmras blue. 3-3. Guys, for anyone that just tuned in, you are right on time to see the final decisive match here. between GoodSpeed and Shmras, and whoever is gonna win this will win this series 4-3, and that means that he will advance to the semi-finals of this PKTD tournament. Very nice tournament so far, very stacked, old pros meeting new pros, and very nice games being played here. A lot of good videos. Also, I will point you to my YouTube later where you can find previous videos as well, in case you missed anything or just want to rewatch some of the very cool games. So now we have the last game of this BO7. And it is going to be played on Painted Desert, a map that we don't see that often yet, although we have seen it actually a few times now in these last BO7s. And we will see it for sure more in the later stages, where it's going to be a BO9 and even BO11, I believe, on the finals. So GoodSpeed is going for British, and Shmras is going for China. I have to say that if you play this matchup well, which GoodSpeed is perfectly capable of, I would give the advantage to British. However, Shmras plays China very well, and it's not going to be easy. But basically, what we saw Spale doing as well versus Boneng, although Boneng made a mistake there in kind of wasting a little bit of his army. The thing is that the British can get quite a good economy behind this if they go for some semi-fortress with Longwoman and Hussars, and then upgrading their Hussars, shipping their Hussars, etc. Longwoman Hussar is really good versus China if you keep under pressure, because up to the point where China can make a 3-unit combination army of skirmisher, pikemen, and cavalry. Then it's going to be hard with your Longman and Hussars, because he then can charge into your Longman with the cavalry, and then your Hussars can't really block it all because there's too much anti-cavalry also mixed in there. So what we saw Spado, for example, doing, and I really like that strategy, is kind of pressuring a little bit with Hussars, a little bit raiding here and there, delaying the Chinese guy and aging up. Then in the back of that, not too much economy for the British, but just a little bit to get a little bit ahead on economy with your villages and your houses, and then going for a semi-FF. Actually FF, no, actually semi-FF, sorry. Aging up with the 10 Longwomans, I believe. No, not Longwomans, 6 Longwomans, what am I doing here? 6 Longwomans. And then he shipped afterwards 10 Longwomans as well, and he made Hussars. He upgraded the Hussars, he shipped 5 Hussars, and that was also a key thing, by the way. He trapped Boneng, and he shipped the 5 Hussars from the tower in a perfect position to deal with the units that Boneng had at that point, and that was actually something that Boneng overcommitted in. But it was very well played by Spadel and kind of trapping that army, and from there on it was just downhill for the Chinese guy. So if Shmras doesn't make the same mistake, it's going to be really a lot harder for GoodSpeed. But then again, GoodSpeed is a good player, so we have to see what he can pull off here. So regarding that intro, we have finished that so far. We're going to take a look at the map now. XP there, not sure why he doesn't take it, it's always easy XP. He has 2 cows, 4 cows, 6 cows, GoodSpeed has only 2 cows left. Regarding the other stuff on this map, a mine there, and the second mine is a little bit up front, not the nicest one, third one very far. Regarding Shmras' mines, 1 in the back, 1 up front, so that's actually very equal, and the third one is there, a little bit better, but not that much. On the other hand, he has 2 available here, while GoodSpeed has no mine here, but only has these 2 here. So map a little bit better regarding mines for Shmras. However, if you take a look at hunts, I would definitely give the advantage there to GoodSpeed a little bit, although just by a little bit. Shmras has 1 hunt there, second pronghorn. GoodSpeed has 1 pronghorn there, second pronghorn, and the bisons are over there, and the bisons are over there. So actually, it's very similar. Maybe a little bit better for GoodSpeed, but a little bit better because he has also 1 hunt over here. A little bit better for GoodSpeed, but very similar nonetheless. 2 houses for China, of course, coming up there. And also China rescued this Inca native warrior, which is now going to be poking on with his, is it a Huaminka warrior? Yes, it is. With his kind of spear, with some nice decoration, gonna attack the hero of GoodSpeed. What you also see, very nice micro here by Shmras. This unit doing the most damage, that's gonna be used to attack the hero, and the disciple is gonna be used in front here of this hero to block the path, so that the unit in the back, which does the most damage, can get his damage done. Okay, GoodSpeed there, aging up, market up, of course. House is being made. He has 4 villages on food, 5 even. Sometimes we often see like only 2 on food or so, and the rest on wood, just to get 1 more house out or the additional upgrade or a little bit of wood there. And Shmras, of course, aging with that wonder which he always ages with. Going for the fast fortress for sure. The question is, how much will GoodSpeed get done with his raiding, or if he goes. Another option, but that's very risky, is to go for a kind of a long moment pikeman rush. Sieging a house or 2, it does a lot of damage to the Chinese guy, And then having mass longbowmen is hard for the Chinese guy to deal with, because you have longbowman pikemen, he can't really ship his cavalry. He has arquebusiers, but your longbowman will deal with the arquebusiers, so that is really something tough for him. GoodSpeed is aging with 500 food, not with the tower and 200 coins, so this means that he's probably not going for the Hussar raid to slow down the British. By the way, what we saw Spale doing also, which is very nice, not making 5 Hussars, that's just a waste. He made 2 or 3 Hussars only, I think 3. That's the best number, because you can then raid a little bit, be annoying, but don't waste, between I say brackets or whatever you call it, waste additional resources in making Hussars. 500 food there, and now 700 wood being shipped. Stable is coming up, but I believe I think he just scouted it, GoodSpeed, Shmras. So there is a stable coming up, so that means that he will go for some Hussars. 500 food, of course, is nice, because you can then, actually 500 food in a way is better than the tower and 1k and 200 gold. In a way, because it's relatively, in resources a little bit more, but it depends on the map as well. Versus a Russian civilization, you need a tower to protect yourself. Versus China, you don't need so much, so you can just get the food. And in fact, it would be, theoretically speaking, the best option there. But anyway, his hero is still down, so he can't scout, but of course he's probably pretty sure what China is doing. However, the Chinese guy is shipping 8 pikemen, and the Chinese guy added a Rex. So he's changing it up a little bit. He saw the stable from GoodSpeed, and now 3 Hussars coming out, very nice, but GoodSpeed doesn't know what is going on here. And actually, Shmras, I'm pretty sure, changed it up a little bit here, because usually you don't want to go for a longer colonial fight with a British guy. But I think he just changed it up here, because he saw what GoodSpeed was doing, and he saw the stable, and he expected his pikemen, of his Hussars coming in. He saves his hero, so he can scout, but the pikemen are already out. That means that GoodSpeed won't get much done. However, GoodSpeed can still go for a 3rd age himself. So he's making a Chukonu and cavalry badge from the barracks. Okay. Oh, GoodSpeed, what are you doing? You're leaving your Hussar there. Okay, now you get caught, because of course units getting attacked, getting slowed down, so he will now lose 1 or 2 Hussars. If Shmras micros this correctly, also using the pike there from the side, then he will completely trap this army. That's a huge mistake by GoodSpeed there. If he walked away here fast and then immediately go through, then he would not have lost 2 Hussars. Now he's going to lose 2 Hussars here. And this one is even getting attacked still, but that one should be able to run away, which he's now finally doing so. And he will also lose his hero again, another 45 XP. He is making, however, 4 more Hussars. Probably also because he saw that the Chinese guy is making units and not aging up straight away. So then, of course, when you lose your Hussars and you see that the Chinese guy is going for a little bit longer in the H2, then it's of course nice to add some more Hussars to be able to still raid. And he gets 1 villager, and he can raid a little bit and prevents China from getting the resources here. You see that Chinese guy shipped the 700 coins, so he will be aging up anytime soon. These villages are still a lot on coin. I would expect, okay, there we go. Cows being not fully fattened, but just going to be used to get this age up fastly done. And in the back of this, what have we for GoodSpeed? Coin total, GoodSpeed shipped is, that is Shmras, okay. GoodSpeed, what has GoodSpeed shipped? Nothing yet. Maybe he's going to save his shipment. Okay, more Hussars. Maybe he shipped wood, I have to check that later. Yeah, he probably shipped wood because he also added a Rex. A raid coming in now, so I have to check it first. Of course, this number of Hussars is able to deal with the pikemen that he has left. So he definitely has to go back to town center fire, I would assume. Okay, he's not going to deal with it. Oh, sorry, there were 3 more pikemen. I thought there were 5. What, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 8 pikemen, that's too much. With the Chukonus and the Inkanhuaminka and the Separate, then you can deal with it with Hussars. I missaw that, sorry. So GoodSpeed is going back, but again he gets trapped by so many of his cavalry, and now he's gonna mix in longbowmen. So there's 600 wood. So what did he ship then? Oh, 5 villagers, of course. There we go, 5 villagers. And eating his cows already, and adding a 2nd Rex. So what he's gonna do now is mass longbowmen from 2 Rexes. That means that he's probably not going for an age up, but just going to stick to his Hussar longbowman composition. In the 2nd age, he probably has the cavalry HP card. If we take a look here, yes, he has. So that's a nice one. And then if you, there's a wonder by the way for the Chinese guy. If you get a good mass out and attack at the point that the Chinese is aging, you can really do a lot of damage if you have enough Hussars and longbowmen, because longbowmen will perfectly able to deal with his pikemen if you micro it correctly and don't let the Hussars just charge in, but micro them back. And then when the pikemen are out, your Hussars are completely going to kill any Chukonus. 10 arquebusiers are going to pop out anytime soon from the wonder. So GoodSpeed is probably just waiting here for Shmras to age, and the moment that he will age, he will probably charge in. That's my what I would do. 2 Rexes pumping out longbowmen, of course, is going to make it very hard for China. However, China, seeing that GoodSpeed has only cavalry and longbowmen, go for a cavalry shipment afterwards, and maybe a consulate later on. There, the consulate is coming up. Not sure why he's engaging. I would really wait for the arquebusier to pop to be there, and then ship Minutemen together with the arquebusier, and then engage in this. He's gonna lose 2 villagers there. The Shukanus should be back. Go back. He made another anti-pike, anti-cavalry army, by the way, from I believe it was from the barracks, but also he tasked the summer palace to it. GoodSpeed trying to come in. If there are too many pikes to the front, you see it, he'll move his cavalry back here. Now he shoot, yes, there he goes, he moves his cavalry back. There we have 10 arquebusiers popping out as well. Ooh, these longmen are doing a very good job targeting his pikemen, but he's going to lose all his pikemen, thus he's going to lose all his anti-cavalry also. Minutemen popping out at the same time. I believe that the hero is going down, but we don't hear it. Oh, there he is, down. And no towns to fire, or just 63 towns to fire, but should be focused fired on cavalry. And he is dealing very nicely with it. This is... I mean, he kills his whole army, and that means that he now has a better way to go with his units in the third age, because he killed off all the hussars. I believe that GoodSpeed could have done a little bit better in micro there, to be honest. But okay, it's not over yet. I mean, he still has quite a good economy behind it. If you take a quick look here at the village count, you see 44 compared to 23. But the fact that Shmras was able to kill off so many units and mainly all the cavalry, that's really going to make it hard. However, of course, GoodSpeed still massing 10 longmen, 5 cavalry at a time, and has 3 map controls so far, because GoodSpeed is Shmras is in defensive. But now he also has, of course, this intervention upgrade card actually from 8 musketeers from the consulate, 2, 4, 6, 9 musketeers from the consulate, and another anti-cavalry badge from the summer palace. Because anti-cavalry is really what he needs at this point to deal with the hussars. He added 2, 4. That's a shipment. 2, 4, 6, 7 musketeers. Now it could be a musketeer badge. 2, 4, 7. A longman, of course, with a huge range, just gonna poke in a little bit and get something done. Oh, this hero has to be careful because there it goes. Down again. Oh yes, this insane range of longman, 22 range, just crazy. Yes, Shmras definitely has to wait for another shipment before he can really do something here. There he makes cavalry from his... I like it a lot. I would really like him to wait until he has a cavalry shipment out, or 10 arquebusiers. Actually, 10 arquebusiers not going to do that much because it's mainly longmen cavalry. So I'd really like him to wait either to ship the Chengdos, and he can go in melee mode with everything. That means that the cavalry has to run, and the cavalry of Shmras can attack the longmen, or he has to ship his cavalry so that he has a lot of cavalry to really deal with it, and then get the musketeer melee mode to deal with the hussars. Either way, he has to wait for one more good shipment, and I hope he's not going to ship the arquebusiers. So still 2 Rexes up, some more houses working on his economy a little bit, GoodSpeed that is. And yeah, the cows also now of course being fattened. Shmras had some nice cows there. He had, I believe, 4 I said early on, and GoodSpeed only had 2. 4 or 5 cows by, and of course the goat you always get is China. Okay, there we have it, the Chengdo shipment. Okay, that's good. I had that of the cavalry one. I think this is nice because he made another cavalry badge combined with skirmisher from the Rex. And if he makes one more badge and he gets like 2 more cavalry out, then it's something that he can go for, because you have all this cavalry that's going to deal with longman, and if the hussars of GoodSpeed are going to be used to deal with the cavalry of you as a Chinese player, you will have all these Chengdos and musketeers in melee mode to deal with the hussars. That means that the hussars have to go back. That means that all your cavalry will do insane damage to the longbowmen. So GoodSpeed needs to be working on either a bigger mess or more anti-cavalry. Or he is maybe aging up in the back of this. This should be... Why can't I move this? Never, I can't. Yeah, I can barely click it. Resources, GoodSpeed, Shmras. GoodSpeed has 1,000 resources, so he might be aging up soon. Of course. Oh wait, he's making more longbowmen. Less resources. So yeah, he's not aging up at this point. Oh, he did age up. Yeah, he was aging up and he got more resources at the same time. Sorry for that. I was kind of surprised why his army was so low, so few. So I was looking for what he was doing, and he was indeed aging up then. With the 7 longmen. Oh, you get 7 longmen, I thought it was 6, never mind. So aged up with that. Now he definitely has to wait to upgrade his units, I feel. But of course Shmras knows that he just aged up, so he will definitely try to push in now. correct this, sorry guys, so that the sound is okay, there we go. As you see here, Hussars upgraded immediately, Longomen not yet. But the Hussars, as soon as they are charging in, all the Chengdos will deal with the Hussars, and now he's nicely blocking it off. Chengdos and pikemen on the Hussars, while all the cavalry be targeted on the Longomen here, especially these iron flails, 1 area damage, additional bonus damage for his Longomen as you see there. And all the musketeers and Chengdos are fighting the Hussars over there. And these Keshiks are goons, they should be focused fight on the Hussars as well. Actually, GoodSpeed is able to deal with this quite nicely, with all the Hussars that he has, and that is probably a Hussar shipment. Oh wait, there's even a rocket, but it's unprotected. That's going to be taken out. And that is still a battle that GoodSpeed won. He definitely lost a lot, but he not a red Longman yet. But he definitely got ahead a little, got out on the battle a little bit ahead. I feel. This musketeer trying to kill this villager, but and now he's going to mix in some musketeers. That's good because he definitely needs a 3rd unit. Of course, if you micro correctly, a 3-unit composition, skirmisher, pikeman, cavalry is usually able to kill a 2-unit composition, because what GoodSpeed had to do here is sacrifice a lot of his cavalry to block the cavalry of Shmras, and also using some of his Longomen to block the cavalry, which of course is not something you usually want to do. Shmras does have a market up, so his economy is not that bad, but the problem is that there's no trading post available, so the shipments are kind of running out as well. And there you see, for example, 52 villages versus 30, and that is actually all you have to do as British. Well, all sounds easy. Sit back, mass 8 at some point, so you have upgraded units. You have also 2 cannons available soon. Longomen are upgraded. I would really like him though to have moved his army a little bit back, preferably to a position like somewhere over here, where he could come with cavalry from 2 sides, and maybe even wait for his Longomens to be upgraded before he really engaged in a fight with Shmras. But if you take a look at the score, 80 score ahead now. No, wait, yes, 80 round. This is really looking like a GoodSpeed's game. Because just the economy that British has behind this allows British, or actually enables British, to just throw away some more units in a less cost-effective fight, because you can remass them quite faster. And there we have 2 cannons being shipped now. So how is Shmras going to deal with it? He has, of course, the 7-hand mortar in his deck, which he might use anytime soon. But this mass from GoodSpeed is still quite nice. And now going with his villages all the way over there to just gather from the resource of Shmras there. So putting his cannons in position there. This gold mine is still enough, this one is still enough, and he has a 3rd one there, of course, near the stable, which he has scouted but not going to use now. The moment you have map control, you want to use the resource on the map. Later on, if you get pushed back for some reason, then you can go back. I'm not sure why Shmras is engaging this, he should not be engaging this. There he goes back, but he lost a lot of units in the process. If you take a look there, half HP, low HP, 1 already dead. That's not the best thing to do. And from this point on, he can use his Longmen and cannons to use their range optimally to fight the Chinese units, and just keep massing Hussars, because Hussars are the key for him. The more Hussars he makes, the easier it gets for him to pull off a win here. Okay, these units are going to get picked off probably, he has to be careful. Does Shmras see it? Yes, he does. Always nice idea to pick off reinforcement, by the way. However, he's going to lose his Rex. He's going to get a gold there instead of here. What is gonna pop out? Is he gonna use his 7 cannons soon? Hand mortars? Okay, 1 more batch popping out at the summer palace before it goes down. Rex is being killed. Consulate's still up. A 9-man shoes going target on the cannons. Okay, he might get him out of position. But then he should not move in this. Shouldn't move it in 1 group. He should move it in 2 different groups. I don't like that the cavalry is gonna block the Hussars. The cavalry should move around here and charge into the cannons or into the Longomens. He will take out the cannons. Longomens is going to be microed on the Manchus, but this is still a really hard fight for Shmras. So many units here for GoodSpeed, and I think he will just take this battle here. The Longomen being targeted nicely on the, as you see now, retargeting on these Manchus here. Cavalry charging in, the rocket's going to be killed, and there we have it. Good game. Well played by GoodSpeed in the end, and GoodSpeed will thus take this series 4-3. Very close series, yeah. I felt that GoodSpeed could have done a little bit better here and there, but Shmras did play very well, and he really made it hard, and it was 4-3. A very nice series, long series, but actually every game was very interesting to watch. So that means that Shmras is now out of the tournament, and GoodSpeed takes this 4-3, and so GoodSpeed will thus advance to the semi-finals. There you see it again, village account. The thing is, China is strong early third age, but the trade that GoodSpeed did was not only, if you take a look at it again, he lost a lot of his units, but on the other hand he limited the Chinese units as well. He was trading with a better economy, and that means that you can remass your units in the back of it, while he was also still aging, but it takes some time as British. But you can remass in the back of this, while if you had imagined, for example, China having this unit this army still, and then adding all this army and push out with an army unit count around here, you also have a harder time to deal with it as British. So even though the trade was not the most cost effective for GoodSpeed, I think in the end the decision to trade armies with the Chinese guy at that point was actually not the best, not the worst, not a bad decision. And so he was able to kind of delay Shmras from pushing out, because otherwise he would be able to push out earlier with the shipment that he gets. So of course you can also say that GoodSpeed has then more units available as well, but GoodSpeed was aging in the back of this. So plus early on China still has the units available, and you need some time to upgrade your hussars. That's the most important thing. If the Chinese guy would push out around here, then you don't have your hussars upgraded yet, and then there's just a huge big army of China, which is also a 3-unit composition army with more pikemen, skirmishers and cavalry in there. And now he got rid of a lot of the pikemen already. He got also rid of a lot of some of the skirmishers and some of the cavalry. So I think that even though it was not the most cost-effective trade, I think it was still okay for him to take it, given the fact that he had map control, was aging up in the back of it, and had a much better economy. So yeah, well played there by GoodSpeed. He managed to take the series, and he's probably going to go to bed anytime soon, because I believe he was up late yesterday, I heard. So that means we have we have a Dutch guy in finals. And that's going to be GoodSpeed. So we have now 2 semi-finals. I will bring fast for you, I will bring this up. The brackets here: GoodSpeed has taken out Shmras, Boneng has taken out Kelvis, H2O has taken out Nagayumi, and Gaia takes out Chal. So H2O versus Gaia is going to be one of the semi-finals, and the other semi-final is going to be GoodSpeed versus versus Boneng. 2 very interesting semi-finals, both very nice to see, of course. Very nice games will come up from that, and I will of course stream them, and I hope you guys will join me then again, and I can bring you more games, more insight, more commentary, and I hope to see you guys later.